Screen. So, you guys checked in with all the factions. The Wardens of the Woods had some missions for you to do. An old knight wants your help dealing with a necromancer in the mass graves outside of the city of Sharn. Uh, just getting all my terms right. Out in the no. There we go. In the city of the dead. The Red Cloak Battalion accepted Darwin into their ranks as a Red Hand. And because of this prestigious honor, you've been asked to go down to Cliffside, find a young bronze dragon that has taken up residence there, and has startled a couple of sailors and find out what its intentions are. You went to the Sentinel Marshals, there it is, to find the old lady, Yuza Solzef, who says that someone has something has infiltrated her bookshop. And lucky for her, you guys were on the case immediately. You went in to find a changeling that had scared the bejesus out of her by making his head into like a 10-eyed thing. And due to the power of Viotelli keeping the fear at bay, you all saw old Talenta Jones once again do another just like magnificent kill shot way beyond the abilities that he seems to say that he has. Once again proving in the heat of the moment that he maybe has more skills than he lets on. From the Citadel, that's what it's called, just the Citadel, you were asked, well, you Viotelli specifically, were asked to find a evil adventurer that was exiled from the city years ago for bribing a magistrate, is returned and has been inciting violence on behalf of House Cannon, and would like you to find him and make sure that he can't return to Sharn again or do any more damage in Sharn, if you know what I mean. You went to the, oh my god, all these terms. Really testing myself. The Templars of the Silver Flame, that's it. And found out that a notorious thief called the Black Viper, thought long dead, has reappeared in the city of Sharn, has robbed at least a dozen noble estates. It's up to you to take him down. But it seems that the Sharn Inquisitive might have some notes about them. And that's all. That's all the jobs that you got. Definitely, that's all the jobs that you got. And as you completed your job for the Sentinel Marshals, you have but to collect your payment. You found yourself at the center of some kind of explosion, some kind of attack. A ball of flame went off right around the corner from where you live at the Terminus station. And one of the urchins that you were sort of partially adopting here a little bit was slain by the blast along with a number of other people. You quickly investigated and rifled through some pockets and learned what you could, and were eventually escorted away from the crime scene by the Sharn Watch. You met Sergeant Sareth Comely and the main investigator here, Barnabas Blastwind of the Esoteric Order of Arion, who is, they seem to be the lead investigators. And you canvassed the area, you asked, and you seem to have found out that some very strange automaton-like individual dropped something into the house, then it exploded, then they threw what seems to be a necklace with a number of other explosives attached to it into a water barrel after the explosion, disappeared across the mountaintops. Mountaintops, the rooftops, sorry. Benrig healed someone who came running out from the blast, who had a blasted arm, and someone seemed to point in that person's direction and say that they were looking a little shady, that they were perhaps involved with the whole explosion, saw them rifling through the pockets of one of the dead of this gnomish individual, which Irlantar was able to recognize when he arrived on the scene as perhaps someone he might know. But when Nero went through his pockets, he found only really expensive gemstones, which he left behind. It seems that he's losing Laura Dura. the Lord Dura senses a leaving. And that is the summary of your experience. So, you find yourselves in Lower Dura. You have many questions to be answered. This attack that has happened, and you sent the children off with Kalen uh, to your penthouses. It's up to you to decide what it is you want to do with your time after this has just occurred. What is the plan, Cloud Watch?
I think the plan initially was to go back to the Platinum Rest and regroup and ask Kalen some questions
Okay,
because he
so
said
we'll
a gnome was supposed to meet him and the gnome was blown up.
certainly. If that's what you all want to do, that's no problem. You're right up the street.
Okay, up the street we go.
Okay, so you do. Uh, okay. Um, let's see here. Yeah, you make your way up the street and you find your way to your club. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna put on a little bit more of a darker. Let's see. How about this one? So you make your way into your penthouse, your very nice accommodations, and you see that. Okay, sorry, just dealing with cats and dogs, literally.
It's okay.
There we go. All done. You make your way up into uh, your club where you do see the club is beginning to open up. There, unsurprisingly, isn't a ton of people in the club right now after the explosion.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll come in a little bit later once everything's cooled off. But for the moment, you do see um, the two children sort of sitting at the table, one of the booths, looking a little shell shocked, frankly. And Kalen's kind of sitting with them quietly. And he will stand up and walk over to you four. He'll say, "So, I don't know what to say, honestly.
How the how's Jenks and Squidly doing?
About as well as you could expect, about as well as you can imagine. They're, they're shocked, paralyzed. They almost died, and one of their friends did. I mean, anyone would take that hard. I don't even think they're fully, I don't know. They don't much want to speak, at least with me,
All
which is
right.
fair.
Look, well, we tell him what we've found at the scene. About I saw that yes, there was gnome at the center, at near the center of the blast, with a dagger out, and from what Viotelli said, there were there were two um boar collections following it.
So, this is what I I imagine this is going to be on the top of your list now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wish I knew more to help you with. Um, I'll help in any way I can. I just don't know what to do. I could stick around here at your establishment and keep my ear out for anything that might be going on. But like I said, I can tell you what I know again, if that helps some. But that's all I really know. The gnome's name was Dalekar,
Delacar.
and he was working for my father. He'd keep an eye on me. He would skulk around, and I would see him everywhere. And a few weeks ago, he disappeared, just before I was kidnapped. And I hadn't seen him since. And then, he just appeared one day. Well, he left a message for me. And the message simply said that he was carrying something valuable of my father's. And he was unable to deliver it and was hoping that I could be of some assistance. And he was going to meet me here to give it to me, I suppose. Seemed like a very urgent message. I received it only this morning.
What does your father do?
My father, he hides with his friends, is what he does. Uh, Darwin, make me a little history check.
13.
13. Lantar. You recognize the name Lantar. That's Kalen's last name. Ear Lantar, the ear, means that he is noble. So you remember someone in the papers a while back named Ear Lantar. This guy was a counselor of Sharn, and he embezzled 500,000 gold and platinum dragons from the city and then disappeared. Um, he left the city when he was found out, but nobody knows where those platinum dragons went. Whether they're here in Rayland or Sharn or beyond, nobody knows. So he's essentially a former Sharn counselor and a fugitive.
Um, do we also learned that Kalen that one of the that it's not a war forge, but apparently like a much imagine a much a thinner war forge, like a mechanical man almost was seen jumping along the rooftops, fleeing from the scene.
A mechanical man who is not a warrior.
Yeah, it's tough to describe. Like, and I describe him the best I can.
Yeah, and as a reminder, the description that you were given of this construct was as follows. It is made of burnished copper and pale wood. It wore a red robe and a floppish red hat with a feather, almost like a musketeer kind of hat. He had a long stylized Van Dyke beard and had clockwork mechanisms constantly whirling with pistons under a rune-etched skin plating on its chest. This
Uh,
was the sort of description of the creature. As a reminder, you all saw such a creature at the parade the day before.
yeah, yeah. I mentioned all that to him. By the way, Ryan, there's a little thing on repeat in your head. There's a little
Yeah,
bit of an echo.
just try and keep muted when I'm talking. I think that'll just be the best way.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Do you know? Yeah, followed some of them at. We saw some of them earlier today at the parade. Do you know any where any of them might be made?
Oh no, I, I might say I'd recommend House Mechanics. I mean, they build all the best everythings. I mean, that's a good place to start. We need to start. I mean, you could just start researching, canvassing other approaches, see what you could find out. But um, I've never seen such a thing.
I imagine we won't get much by showing him the bombs. Do you guys think we should go ask the armors upstairs, or like the shops upstairs or up street from us? What do you say?
Yeah, I think that's a good next step.
Do you, uh, Galen, do you know where House Kenneth and Sean is? the headquarters is in Sharn?
I know that the main Kenneth enclave here in Sharn is in the Dragon Towers in Central.
Might be a decent place to start looking.
Well, maybe a divide and conquer situation. But, well, I'll do what I can from here. I don't know if it'll be much, because my contact clearly isn't coming. So, keep my ear to the grindstone. Good luck.
Thanks.
I'll keep an eye on the kids while you're working.
Yeah, thanks. Keep an eye on them. Thanks a lot, man.
All right. I'll get them put away somewhere out of the club. I don't think this is the place for children.
So, and I say to the group, so, Kenneth Enclave sounds like a good starting place.
Does it? I mean, do we want to, if they are involved, do we want to go directly to them? And then they could just like, oh, you have our high-tech weaponry. Why?
You know someone else in Kenneth where we could place aligned with Kenneth we can start, maybe?
Well, those armorers do source from Cannith, so maybe we can see if they know any rumors of any advanced weapons or automatons that Cannith or anyone else might be fielding.
Okay, well, I'll trust your lead on this, Darwin. You probably have a better idea what you're talking about than any of us.
We go to the local armor smithy shop.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do, just to expedite here. You, Darwin, want to go talk to the local smiths to sort of canvass for potential who knows about this thing. Absolutely. Do you all want to do that, or do you all have like different angles, different places you want to go? Or do you all want to kind of stay as a club?
I'm gonna back up Darwin.
Okay, sure.
Anybody else
What
have
about
any?
yeah? What about Viotelli? What about Selena? What's your angle to figuring out the mystery of the automaton?
I think, I don't know, maybe try to get access to the crime scene again after hours and um, go to Dull Here's home and see if we can learn more about what he's been up to since he's been gone. Those are some ideas, but I'm down to stick with this for now.
Okay, cool. Viotelli?
I'm very specifically, again, this is probably crime scene location adjacent. Um, I'm looking to see if there's any like subterranean entrances, near where that, because he had muck and whatnot on him. It hadn't been knocked off, so he hadn't gone very far since he was in it. See if there's an entrance somewhere adjacent to where that location was.
Okay, fair enough. So, I'm going to go around then. Darwin, we'll start with you, of course. So you and Nero are going to go look with Selena, who seems to be accompanying, just in case the boys need some protection, some warhammer protection. Okay, so here, this is how I think we will do this best. Darwin, I want you to make me a charisma-based investigation check. So my question to you is, are you proficient in investigation?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to roll me a charisma check and add your proficiency bonus.
All right. 15, 16 plus 2, 18.
18. That is excellent. So with Nero's help, you talk to the smiths who say like, sorry, could you mute? Who say like no, I've never built anything like that's like but that's not to say that you don't learn anything. They go, no, like I have no idea what this is, but they also say like what you're talking about is very specialized, expensive material, probably cost a great deal to make, in which they then refer you to other crafters who maybe work in more expensive materials, more expensive creations. What was your total again?
18.
18, which is excellent. You are going to learn some stuff. So that was 13, 15, 17. Okay. Okay, you're actually going to canvas and you're going to go to all the different builders, and you, with the help of Nero and Selena, like very intimidating, you're going to learn of a couple of owners of these items. Actually, they're like, "Oh yeah, I heard of someone sold something like that." 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm gonna just roll a dice, and we're gonna see which people you learn about. Okay, the first person you learn about. Okay. The first place is indeed the House Cannith Enclave here in Sharn in the Dragon Towers. They do possess one, which, you can go figure out about that later. The next one you learn about is you learn a woman by the name of Vogentra Summertan, which I will post because that's a name and a half, is the Lady Master of... Okay, there's her name. She is the Lady Master of the Esoteric Order of Orion. She possesses one.
Do we know what that is? Like esoteric master of.
We'll get to that in a moment. I just want to get all of these out of the way. You learn of Lord Abadar Adderbent. I will post that as well. He is the head of a... Sorry, he would be... Gotta make some adjustments for a wonderful campaign setting. There we go. Lord Labadar Ir Abderant, who is the head of a noble Sharn family who owns... What does he own? He owns a rather large shipping company that is and has a lot of business ties to House Lyran. So he has one, apparently. And the last one you're going to learn of is one Lord Corin Ir Deslantier, who is a Corvarian, aka half-elf. He is older, and he is the head of the Deslantil family. And he is old money. He is very old money here.
What was that family name?
Right there in the chat.
Oh,
Deslantier. So those are the 4 that you learned. Viotelli. Why don't you make me an investigation check to canvass the area for any loose sewer grates?
14.
14. You start doing a sweep. A couple of Sharn guards get in your way a little bit, but you just flash the badge of the King's Citadel and they leave you alone. You do indeed find one of them, and open it up and hop down into it, if you wish to, of course.
Absolutely.
And yeah, as you do so, it is as you expected, is a sewer line, and there's not much more, unfortunately, because it does go either that way or that way. And then, but there's no sign of like which way he came from, due to the, water path. So it makes it very hard to track down here. Is there anything specific you'd like to look for or anything more you'd like to do here? Because tracking is becoming difficult at this point.
Uh, I want to look to see if I see any more of those same kind of like wall symbols. I'm not gonna go far up and down the line, just to like the first intersection either direction
Okay.
to look
Unfortunately,
to see
yeah,
if I see any of those same symbols that we saw previously.
fair enough. No, unfortunately, you do not see any any criminal symbols, any thieves' canteen situations. Not for the first intersection, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. About.
Um, I Yeah, it's a wide sewer grid. It's hard to tell where this person may have came from or where it may have gone for, unfortunately. Lastly, welcome, Tally. Um, the party is doing a little initial investigating based on their findings last session. My question to you is, what would you like to do? Is there anything that you would like to do to go track down this automaton creature? Any other investigation elements you'd like to undertake? Um, yeah, what are you feeling? Do you want to try and research about these strange automaton? You want to go try and find some owners or the owner of the automaton? What would you like to do?
I think I would like to try to find the owner of the automaton.
Okay. You want to go and try and find some owners?
Possibly. I
All
mean,
right.
I suppose there's a chance that it's like a unregistered firearm kind of situation.
That doesn't mean there isn't a trail. Uh, okay, let me ask you, are you proficient in investigation?
Yes.
Do you have expertise in investigation?
Let me see.
Is it a dot or is it a dot in a ring?
A dot and a ring.
So you have expertise, my friend. You're pretty damn good at investigating. This is your whole jam. So this is going to be charisma based because you're asking around. So I want you to make me a charisma check and add your proficiency bonus twice. So it should be, if I'm not mistaken, probably the exact same bonus, if I'm looking at your sheet correctly.
Yes. Yes, it should.
Yeah. So go for it. Make me an investigation check.
Shit, Kayate. 23. 23. Incantation does its thing. It does its thing.
Incantation. Incredible. So I'm not going to overlap you guys. I'm going to say you both learn about different things. Well, you roll. No, that doesn't really make sense. Okay. So 13, 23, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. So you're going to learn about two more owners of this, of these things than Darwin. Okay. You're going to learn that there is one that seems to be owned by someone you've met before. let's see here. You heard that Halam, the uh, the individual who lives in oh man, what's that goddamn place called in the cogs? Let's see here. Where you went last time.
Tears of Vonator.
Thank you. Yes.
Can I give an inspiration to Nero? Because it
That
really
was
seems
quick.
like Guy is, and not just this thing, it's like pretty much every fucking thing about the Eberron setting this guy has studied.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, go
can't.
ahead and take your inspiration, Nero.
Thank you. I'll jot that down. One inspiration. It's weird what stays in my head and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't
Welcome to
control it.
the Selective Memory Society.
Mhm,
We have
um,
tea and biscuits.
mhm.
yep.
Enjoy.
So one has been seen wandering around the pool of Onatar's tears and is said to be in possession of Halam, the Warforged priest that you met on behalf of the Red Battalion, and that Darwin led you to, actually. And the last one you learn about is. So, here we go. This is dumb. In Upper Central, there is a place called Mother Tarma's House of Graces, which is a finishing school for young ladies of ambitious families. She is said to own one as well, or at least the this House of Graces seems to have one working there, or doing something there.
Hmm. Out of the ones I've heard about, which was the hardest to uncover?
It would be the two that I just said, because you would have also uncovered ones that Darwin has also uncovered. So when you guys come together, Darwin's going to give a list of people that he's found, and then you'll have known those plus the other two.
Okay. Cool. I got good vibes from the guy in the tears. If I recall. So why don't we go to the finishing school? It's time to go back to school, Darwin.
Oh, if anybody needs charm school,
So have we met up at this point, or are you just going there like by yourself?
It's up to you guys.
We could say that we did that thing where we came together and, we're kind of cross-referencing the lists, seeing what we came up with. And I do share the information about the two that weren't on yours. And yeah,
Okay.
I would say to you, yeah, that I
Well,
suggest the finishing school.
well, I it's possible for me to go down to the cogs since I can survive in that environment and at least ask this guy about whatever this thing is, so we like kind of know what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, we could do that. I just I gotta get back into character, man. It's just it's just we don't know if whoever is the owner of said automaton is knowledgeable of their actions or not, if that makes sense.
Uh,
They could be harboring or
are you
telling
saying
it
this
what
thing
to
is
do.
sentient? Or it just got buried programming from previous owners.
Mm, I mean, it could be a multitude of things, right? I mean, it could be the basic programming, where it just, you know, does whatever it's told to. Uh, I mean, it's possible someone made some kind of breakthrough with that whole sentience thing you're talking about. Although that would probably be a pretty big thing.
Actually, not really. House
I
Canis has done that. They did it during the last war, and it's now verboten.
So do you, how
I'm more
possible,
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
thinking that this thing is more of a weapon. Or well, we know that it was dressed funny, so that implies either not funny, but flamboyantly, like to raise attention. If this thing was like meant to not be seen, it would not be in that get up. Yes.
Ryan, by flamboyant, uh, would I
It was. It
register?
had a like you. It was definitely for sure. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like that flamboyant style that the automaton was dressed in.
Yeah.
Would I recognize that as a Siren style if it was described to that extent, other than flamboyant?
Possibly. Sharn, Siren's kind of favor flamboyant colors. They do favor sort of like baggy clothing, and this person had this like long, flowing red sort of cloak, and like a feathered hat, the feathered almost musketeer-like hat. It's possible, but like you can't put your finger on it. Like it's like maybe it could, but it could be like Ondarian, it could be Brailish, it could be like
Hmm.
nothing is like it doesn't scream Siri to you, but it's possible.
The only thing that would scream Siren is the flamboyant clothes and the fact it had a necklace.
Well, maybe an investigation check
Okay.
or an insight, your choice.
uh, I will use my human everyday inspiration. Oh my god. 14.
14. The thing that doesn't scream Siren to you about this, like stylistically, it does. It
Okay.
like because it's flamboyant. It's got like copper. Like there's a style to it. Could be undaring. Could be Braillish. The thing that screams not Siren specifically
Hmm.
is the fact that it probably cost thousands of gold pieces to make this thing, and Sirens are pretty fucking poor
Mm.
these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
uh it is an expense. It is a lavish expense that Sirens probably don't invest in these days.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay.
That's a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying we could
deduction
go
though,
to
as a
this guy
generalization. Go ahead.
because it's such a specialized instrument, whether what it was supposed to be seen or not, or has a motive or not.
Hmm.
Because it's so specialized, we could ask this one, who we seem to have a relationship with, um, who probably has either better knowledge of its capabilities, its possible weaknesses, what it can do, and where it's made. And I don't know, from what you said, Ryan, whether like you implied that this was one thing that's been like has passed through these people's hands, or it's like something that like can be built and
If you wanted to do some research, because like you're not gonna just know off the top of your head, you've never seen this thing before, but if you want to do some
no,
research and maybe learn a little bit more.
no, that's what I'm trying to justify why I would go and ask this guy, the guy down in the cogs.
Um, he might know more. He worships the god of creation and the god of like craft and forge. It's possible that he has a more deeper knowledge, but other than that, like people can own things and not know how they work.
Mm. But if anyone had an appreciation for how something was created, it'd probably be that guy.
True. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Okay.
If only I wasn't a human.
I mean, you could go down there. Like it's just like steelworks hot. Just don't stay down there forever. So, right? Okay. You guys, well, you Darwin head down, to go talk to Halam. Easy enough. You find him. Let me see here. Okay. You find Halam down there. You know he's you knows all of his wraps and robes and whatever. And you saw Tali talk to him previously. And you see there amongst the Warforged this like spitting image. This contract. There are differences though. It's still the same copper body or whatever, but doesn't have the flamboyant clothes. It doesn't have the like Van Dyke beard, and it has like almost like it has hair that looks like it's almost like multi-layered, overlapping metal feathers. Is how it seems to almost like look to be like hairs. It's clearly like a aesthetic, not real hair by any means. Um, and seems to be like this construct very robotically, more so than even Warforged, seems to walk about and seems to speak to the other Warforged with some surprising level of decency and an ability to interact with individuals speaking with them. Like it is a mechanical marvel. Look at that.
And how many people are around us, or Warforged are around us?
There's let's say like a dozen. Like there, that's a lot. I'll roll for it. How about that? Okay. There's aside from Halam and the actual thing, you do see like around 8 people in the entire pools of Onatar. So, but it's spread out. Like you're not densely together.
Um, I approach the two. They're like kind of by themselves, or are they like, you know, or they're
Halam's by himself, but the
with the.
creature, the automaton, is with individuals talking to them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Um, I slowly approach and like, well, I don't know if you remember me. We were, uh, we briefly met, well, it seems like a couple of days ago now, but it seems much longer.
It has been some time. Welcome back to the pools of Onatar.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't help but notice what or who is that work of art over there.
I This is a what is known as a Nimblewright. I purchased it using funds from alms given to the sovereign host here in the city of Sharn to provide me with someone to help maintain the pools of Onatar and pay priestly service to those who come.
How
And
maintain, so it's capable of doing all the maintenance work around here?
I do not use it for maintenance. I use it to provide religious counsel.
religious council, like it can talk to the people and provide like, wow.
Indeed, it is not intelligent unto itself, but it is miraculously capable at interacting with individuals. And I believe the Warforged find it more comforting to speak to it rather than to flesh-born individuals. More still, the Nimblewright can survive the heat of the cogs for long periods of time.
Of course, of course, of course. Duh. I should have thought of that. You said you purchased, you didn't make it yourself? Like, how I imagine a priest of a god of creation must be like pretty up there in skill with creation, but you purchased it from somebody?
I did not purchase it myself, but the clergy did so on my behalf for some of what I'm told to be cheap for as far as most constructs go, but it did sell for the asking price being, what was it? I think it was 2,500 gold. Excuse me, 25,000 gold. Again,
Oof.
cheap as far as constructs go.
More change than I've seen, huh?
More change than I have as well. I am just a priest these days.
Do you know who they purchased it from, though?
Those, I am not sure, no, but someone in town is selling them.
Oh, ugh. I wish I could get my hands on one. What would you do if, well, I mean, I know, of course, bound to the temple, but you must know like what one could do with one of these things. You know,
Hmm. Let's see. And he will think, and he will say, I am told that the sale came several weeks ago, and it was done from a single seller, which is why this was purchased for such an expense. It was a opportunity the clergy did not wish to miss. Several were
oh,
sold within a week.
so this thing was advertised to many people.
Only to those who could afford such an expense, but yes, I was not a part of the sale personally, but that is what I was told.
But that's an interesting detail. Thank you so much. Um, I don't mean to worry you. Uh, I believe we saw one of these things used to perpetrate s- some unlawful acts, and so we're just trying to figure out like who could be behind this. But just to let you know, I don't obviously not suspecting you or your automaton. The descriptions are completely different. But if you do happen to hear or know anything, please I'll come back down, or if you can send me a message. I'm up on the what's this? The what's it called? Terminus Station, Terminus Estates. Um,
Oh, that blue
at the
nightclub called the Platinum Rest, yes?
yeah, yes, yes.
Well, I shall. The sovereign host does not look kindly on such crimes against the law, and nor does the Red Cloak Battalion, which I previously served. If you wish, I could find the bill of sale and learn who it was purchased from.
Oh, please, that would be so helpful. And I've recently joined. I'm now a red hand.
Welcome to the fold, brother. Boom! The glass breaks. He
Fire.
will he will walk to he'll walk like into the back. There's like a small building that serves as like his home near the tiers, and he returns shortly after with a piece of paper, and he will say, It seems that the Nimblewright was purchased from one Captain Zord of the Sea Maiden's Fair, one of the carnival ships currently docked at the rented piers for the twin parades. You should be able to find these ships in Cliffside.
And I'm sorry, did you give a name of the ship or did you just say one of the ships?
The Sea Maiden's Fair. It is a group of carnival ships.
All right, thank you.
Look for
Okay, yeah, I got
Captain
that.
Zord. They were sold by her.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, let me just. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. I think the printer I got from them isn't like a copier. So.
Yeah, fair enough. He says, "Good day," and he will return to his monthly duties.
I head back up.
Incredible, and so you do.
With Talenta and Darwin going down below, I figured I'd help Selena out with her nighttime surveillance stuff.
Well, the four of you stayed up because only Darwin can withstand the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
Extended period of time. Okay.
So, nighttime surveillance. What are we talking about here?
But Selena, Soraya, you said you wanted to go back to the scene of the crime after dark.
Yeah, I wanted to get another look at the crime scene. We could try angling our way in by talking to the captain that we know. Maybe we can drop a name and get in on the crime scene, but otherwise, yeah, at night.
Yeah, you can drop the name of your friend, the Hammer. What's his name? First name again?
Handan.
Handan.
Mhm.
Handan or
First name Condon, second name the Hammer.
Handan. Okay. Yeah, you can you throw your weight around. I can help look around. I'll just look tough and help look around.
Little name clearance.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, you want to do a little sneaking in?
Well, I think we were gonna try to name drop first.
Got it. You throw your weight around first. Understood. Let's see how much weight they have to throw in. Okay, you approach. There's a couple of guards there. You see the place has been cleaned up a little bit. Maybe some of the bodies have been removed. Eventually, leaving bodies laying around in the streets. But the crime scene is still an active one, and several guards cover each end of the street. You approach, they go, "Halt! This is a crime scene. Go away."
I will flash my deputy badge from the Sentinel Marshals. And say I would like access to this crime scene.
Oh, you have the wrong one. He goes, Because Sentinel Marshals, you're a deputy of the Sentinel Marshals.
That's right.
Flash this badge? No, not that badge. Okay, how about this badge? Not that one, not this badge. I got this badge. He says, can't just let deputies going wherever they want. Do you have some kind of letter on behalf of your faction from a true Sentinel Marshal?
I'm offended that you would insult my rank as such.
But your rank is deputy. You're barely a law enforcement agent.
But I take my job very seriously, and you got to understand this explosion happened in our neighborhood, and so.
Now listen here, little fairy lady. It would be one thing if you were a member of the King's Citadel. Then I could let you through.
The King's Citadel.
But like, what are you next? You're gonna tell me that you're a Red Cloak Battalion?
Oh, as a matter of fact.
They go, oh my god, you actually are. But no, the Red Cloak Battalion is heavy infantry. They're military. They have no investigative powers.
Okay. Hey, pal. Selena,
Yeah, what's up, pal?
Selena, may I get a word in?
Sure.
Okay, what's your name?
Yeah, fuck you. My name's James. James.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
James, what last name?
What do you want?
No, I'm just saying. I just get his last name. I want to get that. Can you spell that out for me? Okay.
James. James.
And he spells out his last name. Okay. We're gonna take that. Okay. Okay. James of Tavvik's Landing of the City Watch. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Condon the Hammer. We're gonna take your name that you got in the way of our investigation after a bomb went off. They got 11 people killed. That's what's gonna happen.
You're going to take my name to the Red Cloak Battalion and get me in trouble for guarding a crime scene as a member of the Sharn Watch, for following orders that I was given by the leading investigator.
If you wanted to get tied up in red tape, okay, but your name's gonna get come up.
Okay, I'm just doing my job, buddy.
Just like, yeah, I roll an intimidation check, like.
No, he's doing his job.
Me?
Some criminal off the street said that I'm gonna be in red tape. Oh, I guess go through, I suppose. No, he's like, no, yeah. Listen, the Sentinel Marshals, they're great, but you're a deputy. I can't just let you onto an active crime scene.
What if you followed me around and made sure I didn't do any kind of funny business?
Make me a persuasion check.
Can I help her?
No.
Oh man, it's a nat 1. I got 6.
Sorry, little lady. Like I said, if you're with the King's Citadel, that would be some authority I'd have to bow to. But Sentinel Marshals, unless you've got some kind of writ from a real certified Sentinel Marshal in House Beneath, I'm afraid I can't let you through.
King's Citadel isn't all that great, just so you know. And she kind of like stomps her foot and flies away.
You flutter down to the ground and stomp, and then flutter back up and then fly away.
No, she definitely stomps her foot like in the air, so it's pointless.
Got it.
Hey, Selena. Is this late at night, Ryan?
No. This is probably in the afternoon. Lots of people walking around. Oh, you guys wanted to do this at night. Okay, so yeah, it's night.
Yeah, it's at night. So we're walking right, Selena. If I get away far enough, you can distract them. I can get in there and look around a little bit more.
How should I distract them?
Sorry, guys. Real pause. There are support. So, I was joking, but on the list of factions, that is something that the King's Citadel would get away with. But it's not a one-to-one translation, so I think the guy's gonna go like, okay, come on back.
Oh, cool.
Listen, Sentinel Marshals. I don't want to upset the Sentinel Marshals. I want to lose my job. Okay. We're gonna keep an eye on you because you're deputies. You're not actually House Beneath, right? I'm not hearing Beneath on the end of any of your names, right?
Nope.
So we will accompany you across the crime scene. We'll be watching you real carefully. If I hear you say, "Can I go to the bathroom by myself?" or some shit like that, you're getting kicked out. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Let's go. Come on, Bob. and the 2 guards will follow you, 1 each.
Okay. I'll
Bub's last name.
His name is Biligatharsis.
okay.
Okay, I was not expecting that one.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the
Made a
sensor.
bunch of random sounds come out of my mouth. That's all I did.
I'm gonna take a look at this sensor of the explosion.
Okay. Explosion. Let's go back to the explosion. Okay.
Not a song.
You approach the structure. Okay, let's see here. You go back to the structure. It's fucking exploded. What do you want to do?
Anything that's on the ground that looks like it could have been connected, maybe, or just any clue at all.
Any clue at all, you say? Let's see. Let's see here. Make me an investigation check.
Okay. $18.
18. You look around, trying to find what's what. Trying to find what's what. All the bodies have been removed. All of the bodies, including the little girl.
Yeah,
So 12 bodies are gone. There are marks on the ground of where they once were. This is a lot for you two. Like, this happened earlier today. People died. This was a horrific explosion. You guys are like looking at like the outline of bodies and like the devastation that took part. It's a lot. Let's see here. It's an explosion, buddy. You look around and there is a lot of rubble. It's also a matter of fact that your party has already taken the what's it called? The murder weapon. The necklace, the murder weapon. So as you look around for something else, you don't find anything else but rubble.
Well, in that case, I just kind of shrug my shoulders and say, nothing but rubble here, to the guard following me.
Sure.
Thanks anyway.
Where are the detectives on the case?
Goes, well, they were here earlier today. Obviously, they're not here anymore. Stalling. Their names are Sergeant Seth Comley, who is in charge of the organization of the actual watch, and the lead investigator is Barnabas Blastwind of the Esoteric Order of Orion. I will put those all in the Zoom chat.
Okay, thank you. Barnabas Blastwind, what a great name. Esoteric Order of Orion. What's that? I ask one of the guards.
Yeah, he says it's I don't know really. It's some kind of magic guild here, wizards and stuff do their thing. They help out with the investigations all the time because, you know, those wizardy types, they've got more access to investigation techniques and tools through magic and all.
Okay, detectives, basically.
Not really. They're an arcane order. I'm surprised you've not heard of them. You're from Sharn, aren't you? You got a look about you.
Have I ever heard of them, Ryan?
Make me a Arcana check. Or history check. I'll give you the one.
Arcana 11.
Sure, you've heard of them. The Esoteric Order of Orion. It is the largest arcane society. It is the largest arcane society in Sharn. that is basically like magic for good. That's kind of their deal. They maintain the rule of law through the use of magic, and many of their members served Braylon during the last war. They're law-abiding patriots, and they use their powers of magic to protect and defend the people through law and magic. And, yeah, but they aren't the only arcane society around here, but they are certainly the biggest one.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man. I tell it to the garden as I rejoin Selena.
Hey, what's my name?
Bob?
No,
Are you
I'm
Bob or
James.
James? Are you
I'm
Bob? Okay, you're
James.
James.
I'm James. Fuck.
Your
All right,
outfits
get
are
out of here,
similar.
you scum. Get out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go. Get out of here.
Mhm.
All right, you guys take off. There's not much to the crime scene, unfortunately. The bodies have been removed, and you guys already have the murder weapon.
Okay.
So, what now?
I guess we'll rejoin the others at the Platinum Rest for now.
All right.
I have every intention of cleaning up. I've got a different vector I want to put into play.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to the offices for the Chronicle.
Ooh, okay. Going to Sharn's offices for the Chronicle. Okay. During the day here, you find, let's see here. I just want to check something real quick. Yeah, not the most popular paper in Sharn, but it is certainly a prominent and well-respected one. You find, where would you find? I have no idea. I'm just gonna say, I could find the location for you later if you wish, but you go off and you find, the newspaper office for the Korenberg Chronicle, where, it seems to be the home of many freelance writers and many more, gnomes based out of Korenberg. You head on inside and you're going to see some folks there. Let's see here. What do we got? Really, dude? All right, you approach this one guy who seems to be working the front desk a little bit like a secretary. He says, good afternoon, sir. What is it that I could do for you?
Good afternoon. My name is Viotelli and Tally.
Lord Fiala, a pleasure.
I have some information regarding the explosion that took place in Tavvik's Landing.
Yes, but of course. And he starts scrambling across his desk and he grabs a piece of paper and a quill really quickly and goes, please, right away.
Well, I was an eyewitness, and I was there in the aftermath of the explosion. I saw several victims with sword wounds, and I saw two members. I'm assuming that they were from the Bormer clan. They had the tattoo, the one.
Right.
And they were seen fleeing the scene.
Okay. Very interesting. This was the explosion in Lower Tavvik's Landing, not near Terminus
Yes.
Station.
Yes.
Okay.
And those murderous bastards are responsible for killing children.
You see his face tightens at that, and a little wash of anger comes over him. He writes this down. He goes, I will. I'll give this to my editor immediately. I'm sure he'll be most interested.
If
you don't mind, yeah.
If he or any of you need any further information. I'm with the Platinum Watch. I'll can be found at Terminus Station.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I was just about to ask. You answered my question. Thank you very much. It's upstanding citizens like you who make sure that people get the truth. So thank you. We'll follow up, and please feel free to come back and tell us any more if you discover anything else. Thank you very much.
I certainly will. Thank you very kindly for your time.
Of course. Uh, and he finishes writing. And as you turn to leave, and he notes that you're like, you don't have anything else to say, he shoots out of his chair and runs into the back offices. You get the sense that that's going in something. That's not getting ignored.
Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you turn up the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Church of the Silver Flame has already been a little upset with former clan. And now they're killing children and enacting murder, blowing stuff up.
Blowing shit up.
Well, I
That
don't believe he's
oughta-
doing anything.
That ought to stir the pot.
Get the wheels rolling, man. Let the paper know, huh? That's not a bad move, I gotta say. Take inspiration. It's clever.
Did I, sorry, did I end up going to that finishing school?
If you wanted to, absolutely.
Sure.
I'll put on some music real quick.
Oh dear.
What would be fitting? Sure. All right. You find your way to this finishing school in Upper Central. It is about what you'd expect. It's a little bit kind of like a really nice kind of high end nunnery. Um, it's not there are no nuns, of course, but in the sense that it's very um conservative, and you see women walking around, not women, young ladies, walking around with toys. Maybe one or two of them with a book on the head, apple on the head, that whole shtick. It makes your eyes roll a little bit in the back of your skull. But I'm going to scroll down here. You're going to indeed find this priestess approach you. And she says, "Welcome to the House of Graces. I am Mother Tommy. What is it that I can do for you, sir? Please step into my office. I do not like men to be on display for the young ladies here."
Very well. Yes, please. I'd be more than happy to talk with you further.
She takes you into a side room and closes all the blinds if you're something unholy. And she will sit down very back straight politely at the desk as if she is the exemplar of grace, or she believes herself to be anyway. And she says, "Very well. What is it that I can do for you, young man?"
I take a seat, take off my hat, place it on my lap, kind of move the hair out of my face.
You see, she has that sort of still look that's almost like she's like just like stonewalling you with her face, but you can't help but feel some judgment behind it.
Ah,
Whether it's like intentional or not, just that sort of like, I'm better than you, look at me and my toys, you know what I mean? You're some ruffian. Like, you feel it in the demeanor of the place. Like,
I
they
kind
must think something of me, right?
yeah. Kind of clocking that. He'll adjust his poise, sit up straight,
Oh, yeah?
and cross his hands kind of like that on his lap. I have come to believe that this institution, if I may call it that,
You may.
I am to believe that this institution houses a pause. Darwin, you would have come back and said, "Oh yeah, they're called Nimblewrights." Blah blah blah.
I don't think so.
Not yet. No. Okay. Cool.
You left and you left, right?
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I'm led to believe that there is an automaton of sorts that is under your employ or uh, of the school's property.
Most certainly. We have an automaton here that works as a housemaid.
A housemaid.
Functions as one, I could say, really.
Okay. Um.
It is a house cleaner. It checks and prepares the doors.
I guess. What can you tell me about it? As far as does it need to rest or recharge or like what are some of the quirks that it has or anything
Well,
really?
it was. I purchased it some weeks ago. I thought it best to have an asexual entity on the premises so as not to tempt the young ladies or to have anyone doing anything sneaky. You see, young women come here from all sorts of backgrounds, some less becoming ones from the lower cities that may be inclined to certain provocativities and trickeries upon the young ladies there. I figure by having something so neutral, it does give a sense of watchfulship. Now, I purchased it from um, a private seller who purchased it from someone named Captain Zord, who came into dock recently for the twin parades. Um, I purchased it uh, for a rather reasonable sum, considering what it is, and it is served quite well in the time that I have had it.
Um, you are entirely at liberty to not tell me what you bought it for, but uh, I am curious as to its worth, I suppose.
It is worth a great deal, as you can imagine. Such inventions do not come cheap, especially now that Warforged labor has been outlawed unless through payment. So, such a thing is highly valuable, and yet I got it for a fraction of the expected price that I would have got from anyone else in town.
Really?
Indeed.
That sounds like a pretty amazing deal.
Indeed. Silver Flame must have been smiling upon me.
Indeed. Like, kind of tries to, yeah. But I would love to see it in action, if that would be all right.
Make a persuasion check.
17.
May I inquire as to your interest into my Nimblewright, as it was called?
Oh, yes, wherever are my manners. My name is Talenta Jones. I go by Tally, more colloquially. But I am well, I am rising in the ranks of the what's the full name? Marshal something?
Sentinel
Sentinel
Marshals.
Marshals.
The Sentinel Marshals. I also have interests within the Red Hand, and the Wardens.
Are the Sentinel Marshals hoping to purchase one?
They are not. I regret to inform you that that an automaton of similar description has been spotted at the scene of the bombing. I'm sure that you've heard of.
I have not. A bombing.
Yes.
A bombing in the city? This happened only this morning, as a reminder.
Oh, okay, that helps.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize. That is quite distressing news. But yes, I'm afraid that there was a bombing in the city. Quite a few individuals lost their lives. And when I say that, I clock every fucking pore on her face to see if there's any. Yeah.
Check. Yeah.
19.
19. You see her eyes sort of flutter and her shock to her face and kind of grips her holy symbol. She says, "Why, Tira me wrong. Oh my God. By the flame. And you see like genuine distress, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Cool. Or she's just really good.
Or she's just the BBEG.
Probably. An explosion?
What? Crazy.
So it goes without saying that there are various organizations that would like to find the culprit and the tool that was used. The tool being one of these are they called automatons?
She used the word Nimblewright.
Nimblewright. Okay. These Nimblewrights.
Yes, of course. Wait right here, Mr. Jones, and I will return.
Doctor.
Oh, you're a doctor too.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I will go summon the Nimblewright immediately. Please wait here.
Thank you.
She leaves. There's an explosion as you guys also get bombed. No. She returns maybe not sure. Actually, quite quickly. You get the sense that she kind of went there with haste, got it, and came back quickly.
Okay.
Which sort of adds to your insight. You're like, okay, she's taking this seriously. She comes in and sort of like, come, like very much like almost angry at the Nimblewright itself, which doesn't seem to
Right.
note that being a robot. But it does look different, absolutely, than the description you were given of the original Nimblewright, with like the long feathered hat and the pointed beard and the red sort of cloak. This one has 8 halos of different precious metals that circle its head in strange intersecting angles, giving him that sort of like angelic, almost sort of like religious like appearance. So this is not the Nimblewright you are looking for. That's what she
This
says.
is not the Nimblewright I am looking for.
That's right. Move along.
Move along. And he'll just kind of look at it. And he'll ask, how exactly do
She has
you...
like a broom in her hand like this.
She's like ready?
The Nimblewright. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How... He'll probably look to the lady and ask, how do you tell it what to do? How does it learn these abilities, I guess?
I simply tell it what to do. Sweep the floors. And it proceeds to start sweeping the floors with, robotic efficiency.
What happens if you ask it about itself?
Well, this one, it speaks very simply. Nimblewright, he says, yes, mother. It says, sweep over there. And then the Nimblewright just nods and goes over and starts sweeping robotically. Is this the Nimblewright who has done it? I assure you, I have nothing to do with this crime you speak of. I own this Nimblewright, but all it's ever done is clean.
Well, to put your worries to rest, I do not believe that this is the Nimblewright that conducted the act.
Very good.
But
You could go. Thank you, mother. And then turns and leaves.
wait.
It turns and stops.
He's like, oh. Do you feel
Like sweeping, yes.
it's got a little bit of sarcasm? Is that
Yes.
extra?
Unfortunately, it does seem to modestly adjust its demeanor based on who it spends time around, and well, young ladies sometimes have a inclination to be sarcastic and test the limits of its abilities. No more sarcasm, no more jokes, no more fun. And the Nimblewright goes, "Yes, mother."
How do you feel about sweeping? And just for this, while I'm speaking to you, you can speak as you want to.
It looks at the mother Tamara, and she says, "Go on." And it looks to you and it says, "I do not possess feelings. I do not believe I do. I possess a wish to work and to please Mother Tavern.
Do you ever wonder what feelings feel like?
10 minutes later, there's an apocalypse
Yes.
going on in Sharn. It says, I only wish to serve.
Very good. Thank you.
It looks to Mother Tamara and says, off you go, and don't let the girls out after curfew, as a reminder. Because, yes, Mother. It turns around and walks off. Says, is there anything else, Dr. Jones?
I apologize if that was a bit lengthy. While this may not be the Nimblewright, it has given me great insight into what we could be facing. And I can assure you that of all the organizations that I represent, they all thank you for your contribution to my investigation.
Of course. I will show you out then, Dr. Jones.
Thank you.
With small little steps in her hands, right there in front of her, she will open the door and give you a little curtsy, and you leave. And you feel like you can breathe again as the door closes behind you.
Right. And like as soon as he walks out and the door shuts, he's like,
That was weird.
fucking snooty bitch. Fuck.
That's just. Ugh. Ugh, that's better. Yeah, all right, let's get out of here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else anyone would like to do today? Or do you all want to come together at the end of the day with the result of your various investigations?
Yes. Compile, assimilate information.
Information. Okay. You all, in your own turn, Viotelli from the office, Duskfall and Selena, and Dewdrop, come from down the street. Tally comes from afar, from probably like middle central. Darwin from the cogs. You all slowly begin to trickle in, and you are going to note there's something interesting going on. There seems to be this like you get to the club, the club's fucking bumping, people are having a good time, shit's off the hook, as usual, and you guys all make your way to the second tower to, chill out and maybe like come together and speak outside of like the party music and noise. You will note your. Oh, yeah, sure, Kalen. Kalen will see you guys all approach. He goes, "Hi, everyone. I have someone's here to meet all of you. He looks like some kind of valet. I thought he insisted on staying to talk to someone from the Platinum Watch personally. So
Do you know what he looks like?
he looks like a valet.
Okay, he's inside.
Yeah, he's waiting out in the stairwell.
I look to the others. Let's go say hi.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You approach. You see this guy. He is dressed in the livery of what looks to be some noble house. That I don't know if anyone recognizes, but he is like very like back straight. You're like, oh, it's the finishing school all over again. This guy is in like perfect posture, and you don't know how long he's been standing there, but he's in perfect posture. And he turns and he says, "Good evening, gentlemen, and the princess. Are you members of the Platinum Watch who are been inquiring as to the explosion that occurred some blocks from this establishment?"
We are the Platinum Watch.
Who's asking?
Most excellent. I come on behalf of the Cassalanter estate. My masters, Miss Lord and Lady Cassalanter, would be very much like to meet you on the morrow.
Kind of pressed for time around here. Might I
In
ask why they need to meet us?
Most certainly. It does pertain to your current investigation, and they have said that the information that they possess will be well worth your while. I assure you, an invitation to the Cassalanter estate is not one to pass up lightly. Shall I tell the Lord and Lady that you will be there on the morrow? We will be sure the Callister Sky coach is made available for you tomorrow morning.
What district they in?
Skyway, so.
The Skyway. Okay. I look to the others like,
yes, please tell your lord and lady that we will be available to be received in the morning.
As you say, my lord. Thank you very much for your time, and I shall see you tomorrow morning. And he will take his leave upstairs. What was that, Nero?
Have I ever heard of the Cassalanters?
Make me a history check.
Okay.
Viotelli, you could do the same if you wanted to. As you are local.
12.
16.
16. Nero, you ain't heard of no Skyway fools before, but Viotelli, the Cassalanters are a remarkably well-established noble house that has magnificent fortunes. That much can be interpreted by them being from Skyway, which is the district above Upper District. It is literally a district that floats in the clouds. And it is only where the bajillionaires live. This is like Jeff Bezos' neighborhood. So they're pretty well to do. They have a grand reputation and are people to know in the city.
If
News
nothing
is
else,
that they have
the snacks will be good.
We could go for breakfast at least.
I hate to be that guy, but I think it would be prudent of us to expect the worst, even though it may not be anything other than what it's supposed to be.
I completely agree with you, Tally. A rich fuck's a rich fuck, and they just happen to show out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised if they're connected to this whole thing.
Well, let's hope so, or else the information is probably going to be not that great.
And again, I feel that whoever is coming or might be behind all of this, or is behind all this, their way of confronting us would be a similar MO of one of these fiery death balls from a bronze musketeer.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but that, to me, could have many motives, the explosion, but one of what I think to be the most probable is to either send a message, sow discontent, and if there's a up and coming platinum watch, that just came into the city and they're asking all these questions, maybe, I don't know, maybe they want to do it more cloak and dagger behind closed doors or behind the thick ass walls of a rich ass estate. So,
I feel obligated to point out that while they obviously have some kind of involvement, otherwise they wouldn't have come looking for us.
mm,
Despite how prolific we have been, we will not have raised awareness to people of that station. I think
unless we ask the
that
right questions, which we have.
we have talked to a good many people, but to be perfectly frank, any questions that we ask of anybody have not risen to their station of awareness. To put it more simply, the people we have asked questions of are their servants, servants, servants. Way down the food chain. Now, the fact that it's a Nimblewright, so it is an expensive bauble.
Mm. That can adapt based on the person that it's around.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But the fact that it is an expensive bauble, they likely know people with these expensive baubles. They may have some themselves, for all we know.
Mm.
But anybody of that station, just like anybody of our station, have people that they don't see eye to eye with. And they would happily throw us into that mix to sully an opponent that they felt might be involved with something dastardly and nefarious, even if they can blame it on a malfunctioning automaton.
Mm. I like where your head's at.
It will still besmirch their rival's reputation. I think that you are right in that if these people were directly involved, frankly, they would do exactly what happened down the block this morning. We'd wake up in the middle of an explosion, and that would be the end of that. They did it once, why not do it again?
So, really quickly, Viotelli, I want to give you some better lore for your check regarding Cassalanters. So, you know the following four things about them. The Cassalanters fell in hard times a few years back, but they have since reversed their fortunes and restored their lucrative banking investments for House Kandark and money lending services. Victoro and Amalia's eldest son disappeared 3 years ago, and the family was on the verge of bankruptcy. They have two surviving children, young twins named Ferenzio and Elzarina. Lord Victoro Cassalanter is the only living heir of the late Calendorn Callister, a former counselor of the city of Sharn. And over the years, the Callisters have founded a number of philanthropic societies and made generous donations to temples dedicated to good aligned deities. They are known for worshipping the sovereign host, I'm going to give you something specific there. They're well reputed for following Orion, which is the god of law and lore. So they are very well reputed for that following. And that is what you know. That is everything.
Does he share that with us?
Oh, I'll be happy to share it as part of my rationale for why I don't think we're headed into a sharp end. We are headed into a tricky end, and mistreating these folks will have significant negative impact on all of our lives. You are muted, Dr. Jones.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, if they lend money, then perhaps they know how much it would take to purchase one of these Nimblewrights.
Darwin, you know.
Oh yes, my contact said that they paid about 25,000 gold pieces for one of these Nimblewrights.
Was it a bargain?
Apparently it was.
Significant
They
bargain.
also said that they were sold by a captain. Hold on,
Colt?
Captain Zord
Zord.
of of the Sea Maidens Fair. So they're over those ships. But interestingly, they were selling these marvelous wonders at a discount price to a lot of people in like a short amount of time. Now, it could be because they're just in town right now and trying to offload as much as they can, or they could have a reason for wanting these in these high places.
I wonder if they found a old hidden cache of material from House Cannith, and they're just looking to
Mhm.
hit the payday when they could hit it.
Yeah, very possible.
Hmm.
But back to what you were saying, so your best theory is that this Calater, Cassalanter house
Cassalanter.
is looking to use
Yeah.
us as a tool against one of their enemies that they think that they.
Potentially, uh, if you wanted to indirectly besmirch a rival, this would be one way to do it.
Well, hopefully we can, if we do this, we can make that work for us as well.
Yeah. I feel like there was something else the lady at the finishing school said, other than she also got hers for a bargain.
Perhaps it would be worthwhile to talk to this ship's captain.
Oh yeah,
Well, do you think we could squeeze that in tonight?
Captain Zord.
We could.
Just as a quick note, apparently you guys are very popular. An Orion messenger suddenly comes to the door, and he goes, Platinum Watch, was it?
Yes.
Yes. I have a package for you from the Sentinel Marshal's office.
Oh, lovely.
Oh no, sorry, not Sentinel Marshals. From the Red Cloak Battalions.
Oh,
We just
You tell me, fuck. That's true.
Uh,
Oh my god! He hands over a rather large package to all of you, and he says, "Good night," and he will take off.
How did that
Um,
individual look?
he was wearing House Orion livery. He was wearing like a one of those like newspaper stand hats, and he I don't know, looked like a young man, young human.
Young human man. Okay.
Good calves. Runs a
Good
lot.
calves, great. Oh yeah, great
A lot
calves.
of cardio.
Oh yeah.
I like to open it immediately, please.
Tally like
Selena.
gets behind a uh a weight bearing structure.
Boom. No, I'm kidding. They you open it up and you see four similar. Excuse me. You see six potion bottles, all with the same potion inside, and it says on inside from in a little hammer-shaped card that has like a little hammer on one side. On the other side, it says, "Good luck, Red Hands."
Somehow I
Uh,
knew he wouldn't describe what the fuck was in these.
make an Arcana check, I suppose, on the potions.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check. If you're proficient with alchemists or herbalist tool, sorry, just herbalist tools, I'll give you advantage.
Uh,
No, but I got a 9.
I'll give it to you for alchemists too. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. See
Also
why
not
not?
alchemists.
Oh, okay. What'd you roll?
9.
Oh,
can I
you know,
investigate the potions?
you sure can, but you're not going to learn what they are if you do that.
Can,
You know,
can,
like
can I
traits, like fuck. Suspended objects within the liquid, things like that.
You look at it, and it is some cloudy green fluid inside. Um, that has like a jellyfish-like bubble floating around inside of it. It's clearly, I'll give you this, Darwin. It's clearly a magical potion,
can,
but you don't
can,
know what it is.
can I try Arcana?
Sure, sure. Are you proficient?
No, never mind. It's a 1
I'll
anyway.
allow it anyway. It's fine. It's fine.
Never mind. It's a 1.
Yeah,
Technically,
you're
it's 2.
like the jellyfish, man. Like, jellyfish shots.
Dude, lava lamp, lava lamp.
It's a fucking lava lamp.
Hmm.
You find a note that got like maybe Selena. You find a you like open up the little hammer.
It was smashed by the other hammer note.
Yeah, and you take the hammer note and then you like open it like one of those like Christmas bag cards, right? You like flip it open. The inside it says these are potions of water breathing.
Brad, I'll tell the party. Water breathing?
Water
Oh,
breathing.
oh, water breathing. Yeah,
Have
Oh
you
right,
used
we
these
got a lot of
before?
jobs and we gotta use these.
yeah, yeah. He wants us to investigate a dragon down near the docks.
Oh, okay. That was starting to get pretty weird. Because we just found out about a cruise line. Um. Anyway. Okay. When were we supposed to go to the Casa del Probably Bad People?
In the
I don't believe
morning?
you.
In the
The
morning.
morning. Yeah, we got time. We could maybe if we use the sky coach, we could get down to the docks to the Sea Maidens Fair.
Right.
Let's fucking go.
Why not?
Uh, are we gonna leave the potions here?
Yeah, we'll take them with us. Why not?
Selena will take one. She'll put it in her bag.
Yeah, do we have we should probably invest in like a containment thing that doesn't damage fragile objects.
I'm working
wonder
on
what
something like that.
Say what?
I'm working on something like that.
I'm calling it foam.
What the fuck?
Foam's a good choice.
Almost like a magical like pocket dimension of space with a like a drawstring opening.
Let's go to a break. It's break time. I think we all need a break after
Yeah.
that. 10 to 15 minutes, or 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll be right back. And yeah, hey, go down to the docks and see what's on there, buddy. All right, you're muted.
How's Remus doing, Romulus?
He didn't make it.
That's
You make it home, slice.
sad to see.
It seems that Rome was only big enough for the one of us. So imagine if Rome was called Reem or Rima.
Reme. You know the origin story of Rome? Yeah.
We're gonna get back to the game
get back
before
to
we
this.
begin the full mythological story of the King of Rome.
Quick sidebar.
sorry.
Quick sidebar.
Quick sidebar. The beginning of Rome. Okay, let's do
So next campaign.
this.
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh man, I just figured out Greece, dude. It's taken years to figure it out.
All you got to do is just change the names. It's like
Yeah, that's true.
it's like taking somebody's homework exactly and then just writing your name on it.
And then I can have my Italian accent the entire time.
Ryan, you did a great job with Greece.
You need to go to Olympus. You need to go appease the gods. All right, let's do this, guys. Okay, welcome back.
One of the Centurions just looks like Tony Soprano.
That's right. In this house, boy, me was a legend. I won't hear anything about it.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
You understand what I'm saying to you, Christopher? Anyway, you guys are in your home. I assume you'd like to maybe get some sleep after a long and trying day.
Well, we were actually thinking about going down to the Sea Maidens Fair, maybe.
Fuck a long and big day. You guys are going to keep. You want more? You're gonna take another bite out of this day. Who gives a shit? I will not rest.
But well, that's actually a good point. What point of night is it?
It's early evening. It's only like a little past dusk or a dawn. Oh yeah, dusk. Only a little past dusk. You know,
a regular dusk excursion with the platinum watch? No way.
Do you want to? Do you think the Sea Maiden Fair people would still be awake at this hour?
You hear Vincent Trench all the way from the Tiger's Eye go, "No, that's what makes it all the better." He's in the wall.
He's in the goddamn.
He's good. We need to hire him later.
I got everything tapped. And he clairvoyant spells.
Tally
all right,
just
anyway.
beats on his desk and throws a cigarette.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's down to us, boys. But yeah, so you guys want to go down to Cliffside and go fuck around and find out?
Fuck around and find out? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna fuck around and find out, guys.
We should take an air.
An air coach.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Sky coach.
Sky coach. All right, let's do it. You head up there. You see Dover Lyrandar, who goes, "Oh, it's my favorite customers. What's going on? I ain't seen you all in forever. You run out of cash. You finally got enough cash to put to employ Dover once more."
Listen,
How much would a trip down to the cliffside docks be?
Oh, all right. Right to the point, Mr. Business. All right, no problem. Let's see here. We've got to cross some districts. 2 silver award. We're over here in Tavvik. Store is just next door. I charge it to probably 2 silver each.
Okay.
I'll drop you off at Cliffside for free.
Oh, not really?
Oh, sure. Just pay me for Dora. I'll get you down the Cliffside.
Okay, sure.
Because I'm such a swell guy. Such a swell guy, you know?
Exactly.
Listen, this is
Oh.
this is a bit of a clandestine affair. All right. So we need
He looks at
this
his sky coach
quiet.
with the flaming blue wheel and the like steel like Pegasus. He goes, does my ride give stealth?
No.
I'll drop you off around the corner. How about that?
All right, cool. Thanks, Mom.
All right. You're welcome, lad. All right, come on, get aboard, all of you.
Thanks, Captain.
He sees Darwin. He goes, oh, who is
Oh,
this? I
new
never
guy.
met. We never
Sorry
met.
about that.
Burger King, good choice. Who are you?
That's
You're
the
muted.
Silent King right there.
The silence spells strong on this one here. Good job, concentration. Literally, you're muted.
Sorry.
It's all good. Who are you, my friend? Welcome to my sky coach. My name's Dova Lyrand. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Darwin. Recently inducted into the Red Hand and also into this Platinum Watch, and really enjoyed my time.
Oh, a big red hand over here. Well, it's my honor to have you aboard. Yeah, come right aboard. We'll get you the door in no time flat.
Thank you.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and pay for all my compatriots.
Hey, big spend over here. I would be a gold for all your friends and families.
All right, 1 gold.
All right, hop aboard, kiddies. Let's do this. You all get aboard. You all head down into the sort of undercroft to look out the windows. And Dover says, "Hold on to your butts," and he's gonna fly you off from Terminus Station penthouses away from the thumping club lights, leaving them behind, and traveling on all the way to Dura. Because you're taking the Sky Coach, it's only going to take a fraction of the time. These babies only move 5 minutes a ward, so it literally takes, because Dura's pretty big, it takes 10 minutes to get you to Cliffside. He whizzes through all the big buildings and towers, and drops you off down in Cliffside. It says, well, here we are. We made it to Cliffside. 5 minutes, basically no time flat. You're welcome. You want me to wait for you guys to take you on back, or are you here for the night?
We'd appreciate you waiting.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So yes, sir. I'll just hang out around here. Maybe do a couple small local drop-offs around Cliffside, and I'll see you soon.
If we're not back within
2 hours.
let's give it 4. If we're not back in 4 hours, let somebody in the Red Hand know, please.
I was thinking weird sounds, shooting air at it. Goes the red hair. All right, sure. Said it's in a rescue mission. Yeah, yes, sir. As you say.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. I gotta get out of the accent now. You make your way down Flipside. There's a lot of ships here, guys. What are we doing specifically?
We ask around for the Sea Maiden Fair.
Okay, I don't know why I did this. Somebody points you, and they're like, yeah, right there. And you. Oh, no.
There's so many ships. How will you find it?
Oh, they're right.
You mean the Sea Maiden's Fair, like right there? Like
Yeah.
You mean right there? Okay. Let's see here. I gotta turn on night stealth music, guys. Hang on. playing this
Playing the
thing.
Splinter Cell soundtrack.
Pink
They're
Panther
also-
thing. Always Pink Panther thing.
Yeah, always the pig pit. That's right. So the three ships that you want, you're pointed out to. This one, and that one way up yonder. He says those are the Sea Maiden's Fair. They're like a carnival, something. Came in the ship and have been docked for a couple of weeks now.
Do we know which one Captain Zord is on?
Uh, I'll tell you what. Make an insider investigation check to see if you can find somebody who will tell you that.
Okay, insights.
Is it one ship or
16.
multiple ships?
3. All right. He says. He says, yeah, no, the Captain Zord, rarely comes off of their ship. That's the one that's parked, out there, out there in the middle of the hilt.
Okay, maybe we
And
can
you'd
get
see
his...
that the flagship does seem to be parked, like, quite a ways out.
Y'all, I just had a thought. What if that flamboyant hat was a captain's hat?
Yeah, I just thought the same thing, dude.
That's possible.
I feel like whoever bought it from Captain Zord. Dude, Zord is a fucking amalgamation of robots, bro. So what if Captain Zord is literally just this fucking guy?
Let's find out.
What? I mean,
Do you wanna-
Voltron Nimblewright?
Yeah,
Dude.
Voltron Nimblewright, made of all the best parts.
Well, I mean, like, if they're rarely seen, it's possible that they are secretive about their appearance. But that would imply a whole lot of things about the Nimblewrights.
It would.
I'm not one to discount the possibility of a robotic species that is enslaved, but also sentient.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got an idea. We could take our potions of water breathing and sneak onto the ship and see if the Nimblewright, whatever the fuck it's called, is on the ship.
We could.
That's
we-
the grand plan.
We could. I'm not one usually opposed to sneaking around, but we could ask around to say one of his lieutenants and see if we can't get a conversation with the captain.
Or we can
Or
just
that.
hire a skiff to row us out to it
Well,
and
we've got
ask for
these,
permission to
Surely
come
there's a
aboard.
rowboat.
we've got these really cool water breathing potions, though.
Yeah, but those are supposed to
No,
be for
we'll
like
save those for the exit.
for the
That's clever.
yeah. Then there's also a dragon around here, so hey.
Yeah, where the fuck is that?
I think it's down.
No, I think.
Oh shit.
I think it's down below. Given the water potions, I think they're down below.
What if we pose as a buyer of one of these things and we go talk to the captain to purchase one?
We want to use it in the Platinum Rest, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's actually good.
bouncer.
Yeah, that's good. A bouncer or a bartender or something like that. That could
We could
work.
probably do barkeep stuff. I like it.
Yeah, let's do that one.
So rowboat or
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
certain that there are
We could
more
ask.
distant, off slip moorings. So somebody does the ferrying.
We could do is well, it's like I said, we could just ask one of his lieutenants on. I mean, I suppose he owns both these ships. We could ask one of his lieutenants and say, "Hey, we want to talk to the captain about buying something."
This group did reach out to parties that they knew would be able to purchase one of these, so that does imply that they know the city at least a little bit. So, should we go in looking like we can afford it, or as someone that could afford it?
Viotelli. Well, that's Viotelli.
Viotelli, yeah.
And Princess Selena Dewdrop, she'll say in the third person.
And probably Princess Selena Dewdrop.
No, what we say is we have a foreign royal who has heard about these and is intrigued and would like to add one to her menagerie.
The old Nubian prince needs your help in inheritance thing. I like it.
It's Nigerian. Get it right.
Yours was Nigerian? No, I'm just... My bad. I mean, yeah. Because if they want to see like some kind of collateral, we ain't got it. So
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
yeah, we might have to pawn off Darwin, but
He's right. He's standing right next to you, man.
he's not offended. You're not offended. No question mark. Period.
Terrible.
I feel like I should be.
But you're not.
Okay, so if we are then envoys, do we want something on behalf of a royal? Do we want something more done up than a rowboat or a skiff?
Skiff is what they will have to do ship to ship or ship to shore. It won't be anything fancier than that. You know, it's
Maybe we should have dropped off the sky coach like fucking side by side.
Yeah, that might have been a good idea.
Anyway,
this will be fine.
I mean, they could try blasting Sky Coach if they don't like it.
Is there somebody down here on the docks who's running ship to shore travel?
The guy who's still standing there that you were talking to was like, well, no, really, it's actually kind of suspicious if there hasn't. I mean, like, how do they get food and stuff out there? But no, people seem to only come and go from the first two ships, and that one just sits out there. Definitely, but
do we know how to get a message out there to that ship?
Probably talk to one of the other two ships. I mean, they're all together.
That one, go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Can I go now?
Sure. Have a good night.
Yeah, okay, you too, buddy.
And I give him a copper piece for his troubles.
Oh, thanks. Big spender. Puts it away, walks away.
Some's better than none.
Mm-hmm. He mumbles and grumbles. It's like,
I throw a fucking
I'm going to have to give you lessons on
head.
tipping, Nero. You need lessons.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Now
so
pick it the fuck up.
So which ship do we want to go? So which ship do we want to approach?
The one on the left.
Okay. Okay. Do you want?
It's a 50-50 shot. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Do you want to do the talking?
I will. I can.
Okay.
Come on. You're like the best.
Well, thank you.
Wait, what?
You said I was the best. Thank you. Thank you, Tally.
You got it, man.
Yeah. Go get him, Theo.
All right, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, one on the left. All right, you walk up to the one on the left. You walk up. There's sailors working away. There's a couple of let's see here. What do we got? Which one is this? This is just making sure I'm on the right ship here. Sorry. Okay, here we go. You walk over, you see this like shifter individual working away. hauling stuff a little bit. It's late at night. Actually, he's having like a drink. It's late. He's like sitting there having a drink, just talking to his buddy. They're both sailors, probably work on that ship. You walk over and they go, "Yo, what can I do for you?"
I would like to speak with the officer of the watch, please.
Oh, well, officer. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll get you the officer of the watch. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Give me a minute. He walks up, and he'll go. He'll call on someone, and another shifter will come out, walk down. You're like, "What can I do for you?"
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Viotelli de Farland.
Yeah, well, what do you want, my lord?
I've heard rumor that your, let's see, there are multiple ships. Would the right title be Admiral?
We're a carnival crew. No, it's nothing that fancy. We're just there's captains. I'm just first mate.
Fair. I heard that your captain had some exotic, perhaps Cannith devices. I'm here representing a foreign-born royal who was intrigued by some of the stories, and he has requested that we endeavor to find out if there are still some available for purchase.
Make me a deception check.
22.
22. Okay, yeah, sure. No, the captain's always looking to sell more. Sure. Yeah, you want an audience, I suppose?
If that could be arranged.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, well, why don't you come back tomorrow or something? I can just organize something, I guess, or I can see if he's available. I can see if he's available now. If you really.
Well, we're here. I mean, if he's up and available, we might as well get this out of the way because she's insistent.
All right, fine. Captain Zarbus Zord will be happy to take a look, I suppose. I'll send word out to the eye catcher, and yeah, give me some time.
I appreciate your patience.
And he'll walk up aboard the ship, and guys, sit around, wait. It takes a while. You wait for like a half an hour, but eventually, the first mate comes back and goes, "All right, come on."
Thank you.
You walk through what is some shifters, mostly humans, but there's also like an ogre or two aboard the ship. And he takes you, he's like, "Come on," and he takes you below deck. He's gonna take you, let's see how far below deck he's gonna take you. He takes you down to the main deck, or below the main deck. He takes you to the, let's see here. That's the eye catcher. He's taking you down to the hold, and he walks you up to this flap in the ground, and he pulls a lever, and the lever sort of like slides backwards, and you're going to see sort of this vehicle sort of lift up and out, and it's basically this miniature sort of small party submarine that kind of lifts up, and the glass sort of comes back, and he goes, "All right, up aboard, take you over there."
Thank
You're
you.
going to be having the captain. I got to tell you, the captain's having dinner right now, so you're going to have dinner with the captain. He's gonna eat while you talk.
Okay. Pretty nice.
I got a-
Pretty nice. Nice thing you got here.
Yeah. He just gets in. And oh, go ahead.
I have a question. Do we have the fire bombs? Since I think Benric had them.
Fire bombs. Oh yeah, Benrig had them. He Benrig, we're gonna say, just hung back because he had a rare dwarven sickness today, and he was a little taken aback by it. Or better yet, he had like house duty, like he had some house duties for the for House Kundaric for the warding guild, so he's like, I can't avoid it. I'm sorry, I gotta go do this.
Okay.
But if you guys wanted to have it, I have no doubt he would be more than happy to pass on.
I'll hold on to him. Okay.
It's a little, now that I'm thinking of it, it's a little late in the game, isn't it? Do we have this thing that Benric had?
Yeah.
You're getting onto the submarine. You're like, wait a second. So I'm gonna say it's a little less. I'm sorry, guys, to go back on you. So yeah, you guys hop aboard. It's a very nice craft, very spacious on the inside. There's like there's like a dining room at the back here. There's like all kinds of places to sleep. It's a really big little submarine, and it's shaped like a stingray, and it takes you out, takes you out on the water. You guys get inside and submerges. The shifter's like steering it around in the engine room, and there's a couple of people aboard as well. There's some other humans standing around, and he begins to take you over to the other ship.
Are they armed?
Yeah, they're armed. They have guns and cutlasses.
Guns, you say?
Yeah, I got pistols. Flintlock pistols. It's like a full, like it's fully manned, like it's a fully manned ship. There's quite a few people in here. And let's see here. The gentleman who takes you under the water. It's gonna like keep going down, and it goes past the ship. Like it's going down into the water until it finally stops. And the guy stands up, dusts his hand up, goes, "All right, Captain Zord will be seeing you now. Right this way." And he is going to take you through the back hall. I'm going to turn up the brightness here a little bit because it's a little dim. And he's going to take you into a stateroom where there is like a very fine dining situation. What's going on? Oh, they deleted the floor. That's so great. Oh my god. That's so wonderful.
It's see-through.
I guess so. That's great.
Bomb sub.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly toss a floor in there if you guys don't mind, because that's stupid. Okay. This one. Choose you. Go. Okay. Sorry about that. No floor. That's new. That's interesting. Interesting way to go about running a ship. Okay, there we go. So he takes you back into this the stateroom, and you're going to see at the end of the table, dining is this like gorgeous, voluptuous woman. She's wearing a black dinner gown. Her hair is long raven black as well. Her bust is like definitely exposed. It's a very deep V dinner gown. One leg is exposed on the side. She has like dark lipstick, dark eyeliner, and she's eating at the end of the table. There is a just an elegance about this woman that is shocking to behold. And the gentleman just kind of bows his head and kind of closes the door behind you all as you enter into the stateroom to have dinner. And she says, "Please sit there. It is It's good to have guests while eating. I hear you're looking for something.
We are indeed. And we appreciate your generosity and forbearance at this late hour.
Very well spoken, Lord Fiarla.
It's a function of good upbringing.
So, please tell me what has brought you here.
In all candor, I was misleading to your man. While we have interest in Nimblewrights, it is something decidedly different than purchase.
You deceived my crew to get to me.
It was important to speak with you in a means of haste and discretion.
I make no judgment. I can respect a man who gets what he wants when he wants it. So please tell me, what is it that your true purpose is here? You want my fleet, perhaps, come to steal from me?
No. In Tavvik's landing early today, in the late hours of the morning, there was a explosion which left several dead, including women and children.
I check her face when he says that.
Yeah, insight check.
Insight check. Okay, go for it.
13.
16.
She doesn't seem like... It's weird, because it's like... It doesn't seem like she necessarily, like... You can't tell if she knew or didn't know. But you don't see any, like, oh no, on her face at all either. It's almost like there's this, like Viotelli could say anything and there would be this unending flirtation to her eyes as she, like, looks at Viotelli. So you don't see sympathy, but you also don't see any signs of pity guilt. or guilt, but you also don't see, like, necessarily, like, yeah, like that she done it or even knew about it. She's very inscrutable.
The culprit has been identified as a Nimblewright in a somewhat unique set of clothes and demeanor. Red cape, a maritime hat with a large plume. He featured a rather prominent beard and mustache. During the course of our investigation, it came to our attention that several Nimblewrights were recently available for purchase at a reasonable discount. And we are inquiring if a Nimblewright of that description may have been part of a bill of sale.
You have to indulge my curiosity. You've snuck aboard my ship, which is not standard protocol for, she points at your Citadel badge. She goes, not very overhanded for King Citadel or all of your what your badges say. I have to ask, Why do you care about this explosion? What does it mean to you?
It was down the block from my house. It killed my neighbors. It
Hmm.
killed a child who is known to me. That has piqued my interest and raised a certain degree of ire.
Hmm. It's revenge then, huh? Okay, give me a minute. I'll be back. She'll stand up and sort of spot her mouth with her napkin, and she will disappear into the bowels of the ship for a little while. Is there anything you'd like to do, or would you just wait for her?
I just have dinner.
Okay, you eat dinner, no problem.
It's pretty good.
It is good. It's like steak. It's like really good, you know. Very rare though, very very rare, and like bloody. And she will come back, and she'll have some papers in her hands. Okay, let's see here. Very particular Nimblewrights you're looking for. Let's see here. Um. Oh yes, they were purchased by the Grow Huts. I could give you an address if you want.
That would be lovely.
Before I give you the address, I have to ask. Your city is in such a state lately. There seems to be everybody's fighting over one another for some reason. Things blowing up. What's that all about? I've come to your city in a very strange.
Uh, there's multifold reasons. Uh, one is one is the nature of the place. I'm sorry to say, uh, cities ebb between bouts of peace and lassitude and chaos and mayhem. We're at one end of the pendulum swing, but I think underlying that are the fact that there is a potential sizable amount of gold that was purloined and
Gold that was forlorn.
and the taker of the coin has disappeared along with it. Um, he may have left it or lost track of it within the environs of Sharn, which has made everybody, well, not necessarily everybody, but made a lot of people without see an opportunity, perhaps, and having a prominent political figure do such a thing has also emboldened certain elements of the Sharn citizenry, particularly those without means, to attempt to solidify power and means. And those elements will tend to be fractious amongst one another. We have seen that. Uh, it's not. It is not the face that the more civilized elements of Sharn would like to present.
So what I'm hearing is that there's a gang war over missing coin, and quite a great deal. Interesting.
You would not be wrong.
Maybe I will like the city after all. Well, I think our this has been a most fair exchange. Yes, let me tell you. She goes through her papers again, kind of like licking her thumb as she does it.
While she's looking through it, I'll just throw in. We don't know exactly why the bomb went off, but still trying to figure that out. Sometimes the sad truth is that in Sharn, everyone's trying to crawl over each other, and sometimes missing people get hurt.
Make a deception check.
Okay. I don't know if it's technically a lie.
You definitely know how the bomb went off.
I mean, I meant why, but like, we don't know why the bomb went off.
You said what you said.
I said why, but okay, I'll deception either way. I'm gonna use one of my inspirations because that was a shit roll. 24.
24. Okay. She just kind of plucks an eyebrow at you a little bit, like, interesting antidote, I suppose. And she will put through. And she's going to say, and she's just going to hand you a piece of paper via Telly. And it's just going to be like a bill of sale. And it's going to say that it was sold to individuals known as the Groundhog. And they have a residence in a villa. I'm going to say in Upper Tavvik or Upper North Edge. Yeah, Upper North Edge.
Okay. We, again, really appreciate your forbearance considering the hour and the nature of our visit.
Oh, nonsense. I think we have both benefited greatly from this conversation. Thank you very much for your good company tonight.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Captain.
Pleasure's mine. Now, she will... she says, pleasure's mine. And as she says pleasure's mine, the ship sort of comes to life again. And begins to kind of feel the motion of the ship kind of turning, and you see some, like, maybe the water in your glass is turning a little bit as the ship is kind of turning around, and she seems to uncaringly, like, continue eating. You feel sort of the pressure in your ears as the sub begins to elevate, and you hear a hatch above you. There's a knock on the door, and that same first mate comes out. And says, Captain, we have returned. She says, well, good evening. You've been lovely distant guests, but it is time that I got some peace. So, good evening.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening.
And you are all shown out, climb up the hatch and up to the main deck of the original ship that you got on, and you step down onto the docks. And that first mate kind of motions to the ship workers and kind of motions for them to get on the ship, and they do. And they kind of disappear in the ship. Objective successful.
That's a cool fucking ship. Have I ever seen a submarine before?
No. You're from Lord.
Do they have, like, a Viotelli or Tally? Like, did they have those outside of Sharn? Like, did Syra ever have those?
Tally, make me a history check.
I haven't told you I'm from Siri.
Okay, never mind. Outside. Does
I
else
think
have
I gotta
I'll
say, I
still
think it's been pretty heavily implied you're from Syria at this point.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've been directly called on, but
Clockcat's never
It
been in the
does
same
take
room
him
as
off
Superman.
Yeah, I wear glasses and everything. Um, I got in 11. No,
Yeah, I can see
13.
you.
13 on insight.
Um, you know that during the war, Syri had a southern shoreline to protect, and uh, they did so through ships mostly. But Cannith wasn't above producing submarines, and nations weren't above purchasing those submarines. So they definitely did undersea battle. But what is probably most interesting about the naval combat of Sirius is that once the Warforged were being produced, Sirius just kind of threw their hands up and was like, okay, fuck having an armada. That's a Lazar Principality's whole thing. Build us mech Krakens. And they did. So
Mech
Sari, and
Krakens?
they say to this very day, as it is known as Kraken Bay these days. The southern massive bay that leads to the Syrian shoreline is occupied by animatronic Kraken like war machines that will rip apart anything that gets too close to the shoreline. And that's true. That's canon.
Oh. Like news.
Sorry, when I see you over there, you're like, okay.
Does someone to tell us that?
Talenta says, yeah, I think they did.
Pretty fucking cool. They gotta say, pretty fucking cool.
And he kind of like, after he says yes, he kind of just like looks off into the ocean.
You never saw them, but you heard of them, and you heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're down here, do we want to try finding that dragon?
No. I want to go to sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a very trying day.
Okay, no problem.
I have a command performance in front of some nobles, and then, well, not quite that far on the scale, another set of nobles that we're going to want to see and interrogate.
Yes, let's get back to the Sky Coach before half the Red Hand and the Hammer are here. So
Okay. So it sounds like you're getting back on the Sky Coach.
Mm-hmm.
2 silver each or a gold for the party, and you can be shuttled back to Dura in just 5 minutes.
I'll get it.
10 minutes, excuse me. Cool. Yeah, you make your way all the way back. You land up, the booming lights shooting out of your club, and you land at the top sky platform, and it's getting late. You find your way to bed, perhaps.
Yeah, I just check on Squidly and Jenks before heading to bed.
They have fallen asleep, which is good to note. They're probably shocked and exhausted from the day emotionally and physically, and they're they seem to be cleaned up, which is nobody told anybody to do that, but they seem to have they're as clean as you've ever seen, and they're where are they sleeping? They don't really have anywhere to sleep. I think you're directed to the spa, where like one of the like massage rooms has just kind of been like closed off, and the kids have been like given like they're sleeping on like the massage beds basically. It's not super comfortable, but it's certainly better than the floor or the streets. They don't have rooms, and this is a nightclub and a spa, so and you guys have your rooms, and that's that.
Yeah. I let him go to sleep. I let him sleep, but I tell God, what's the ghost's name again? Delane.
Yeah, I
Elaine,
believe that's
yeah.
correct.
I tell Delane if they need to sleep sometime and we're not, if they need to get some sleep and we're not around next time, just let them sleep in my room.
Will do. All right.
I'll just take the floor, I guess.
All right.
Tomorrow, go down and we'll order a couple of bunk beds. We'll put them up in one of the rooms.
Yeah.
Makes great furniture, so
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make room in mine.
Cool. You may all head to bed to have long rests.
Mhm.
Does anybody think that they'd struggle sleeping? This was a pretty unusually traumatizing, like crazy event of the day.
Yeah.
no, because I'm gonna hit myself with calm emotions before I go to bed.
Got
Uh,
it. Yeah, you
I,
have a moment there where you're like, wow, that was fucked up. And you're like, nope. Snap your fingers and go right to bed. Here. Yeah, you're good.
yeah. Before Nero might have trouble sleeping. Partly because like everything happened, but after he checks on Jenks and Squidly, he just kind of says to himself, "Why does everything go fall to shit around me again?" And he just heads to bed, morose.
Maybe a con
In the
save to
above
see if
the
you're able.
in the above the table space, wait until the newspaper article comes out and your buddies read that they're wanted for killing kids.
That's true.
A
Yeah, so
Constitution save.
yeah, make a con save, see if your nervous system will let you go to bed.
Uh, Unnatural 20.
Yeah, you managed to go to bed. But as usual, Nero, your mind is full of nightmares, but that is nothing new.
Yeah.
I think,
Tally, I saw a hand as well.
yeah, I think Tally, he would lay in his rack and try to I don't even know the term, but I mean, he should be slightly more accustomed to this kind of thing, but for some reason he just can't get over why it's so familiar. And I think he thinks about that on top of the bodies and the faces that died in agony. Yeah, I don't know if he gets much sleep.
I'm gonna make a con save to see if you're able to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Sure. Sometimes the reverse is true. Sometimes when the body's experienced trauma, it just shuts down and goes to bed. But sometimes it just can't quite turn on.
A 10 total.
10. Your your mind is swimming that night. You fade in and out of sleep here and there, but not dreams, but but whispers almost keep you up. It's much like a dream where once the dream is over and you've awoken, you hardly remember what it was that you dreamed, if at all, but all you remember is just something, figments of your imagination, dreams, maybe memories, who knows, but they just keep you up. Every time you shut your eyes, there's whispers that keep you from rest, and you will have a point of exhaustion. You rolled a 10. A 10's the standard. I'll say that you wake up really, really, really tired, but you've got like just enough to function tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's a miserable. There's yawning going on, but you managed to get.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Okay. As you wake up the next morning, I gotta check on something that is important. Go. You wake up the next morning, and there is an expose in the paper, just simply titled in all capital letters with 3 exclamation point fireball, with an image of a blast, not dissimilar. So if you're in roll 20, would be what you had seen. The sign of people kind of like looking as this bomb goes off the side of this building. Very shocking front paper. And it basically says what you said, Viotelli, is that the facts of the matter, which is like a bomb went off in Lower Tavvik's Landing, just outside of Criminus Station, that rocked the neighborhood. Many people's windows were blown out, and people were desperately, more than 10 people died, including a child. The gang wars of Sharn are reaching a focal point, and everyone's wondering when is the city council going to do something about it, while the House Tarkanan and the Boromar clan kill children in the streets in broad daylight. Basically, that's along the lines of what the article says. Is there anything I missed there, Viotelli? Was there anything I missed from your...
that's pretty much it. Probably something, to the effect of, eyewitnesses indicate that members of the criminal gang known as Clan Boromir were cited, at the site of the explosion, yada yada yada.
Absolutely, yeah. It would throw that in there too. Is it says that witnesses report that amongst the dead were members of the Boromar clan themselves, and it says like along with and very much puts a focal point on that, along with the flagrant murder of men, women, and children. Their own people are getting caught in the middle. When will the chaos end? When will the Great Council of Sharn do something about this madness? And that's kind of the breaking news story that ends up on your front door this morning.
And the winning lottery numbers last night were 12, 18, 46, and 34.
God damn it, I got 33. I almost won.
Nice. There's a valet waiting for you guys this morning.
Do we want to... I guess we'll do it when I get back, but yeah, we'll handle the bunk beds when we get back.
Keelan says, I'll be around. I can go put an order in if you want. It's okay.
Who's around?
Kaylin.
Oh, Kaylin, thank you. Yes, no problem. Thanks.
Yeah.
Or you know what? At
it'd be-
first you're like, they're like, "Oh, thanks, Cal." And he's like, "No, it's me. It's Floon. What are you talking about?"
A Floon, I'm sorry. You look just like him. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to help. I heard about the kids. That's real rough. All right. It's a handout for money.
So, how much does it usually cost?
Probably a gold,
here,
maybe, or 2 gold.
here's 5. Don't spend it all. But
Yeah, okay. I won't spend it all. Sure, yeah. Bug beds, got it. And he'll go purchase for you bug beds.
okay, I'm gonna give everybody a look over.
You look at your shoddily dressed, I'm sure, crew. I believe you and the princess would be the only ones who are wearing fine clothing.
Okay,
What's
they
that
know
look
who they're
for?
dealing with, but expect to be in eye roll territory. So just know to expect it.
They can
We
roll
asked
their eyes
Benrig
all
for
they
those
want.
bombs.
Yeah, he hands them off to you this morning, for sure.
How does he hand it off, Ryan?
Like this, ready? This is how it looks, ready? He throws them at you like that.
I wanted to hear your impression of Benrick.
Oh, I thought what I did was funnier.
It was.
What does he do? He goes, oh, yeah, no problem, guys, no problem. Yeah, whatever you need. And he hands them over. And he goes, I really wish I could, come with you guys. I just have, uh, man, Kandarik has just been all over me. But I'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Is there anything you need that I could do for you guys while I'm out?
Just
No,
you to keep
just
being you, man.
handle your family business. That's sufficient to the task.
Okay. I'll see you guys, soon.
Hey, you're making money for the group, right?
Yeah, for the group. Sorry, were you there while I was working on for the Warding Guild? I don't remember, Tally.
Neither do I.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh,
It's funny how that works.
I'm certain that your remuneration tally will be in direct proportion to the amount of effort that you put into the endeavor.
Noted.
let's go, Lord Fjordland. And he goes, don't worry, Tally. I'll get you like a sweet treat or something on the way back.
Do they
They
got
serve
tickets?
Danish.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, they do. At the bank, they serve Danish. And he's like really well dressed too. He's in like a suit. He's in like a biker suit.
One slightly squashed cheese Danish.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, good luck. I'll see you guys later. And he goes on his Kundark way.
And we will head up to meet our escort for the morning.
Excellent. You head up there the same. Actually, it's a different valet today. But similarly dressed, same haircut, same facial haircut too, same build. Like not a carbon copy, but getting pretty close. But has what would probably be considered the perfect look for a valet by upper society. He says, very good. Welcome. We will take you up to the Skyway. Please come aboard. Dover's like, oh, what the hell? Oh, you're stealing my clients. Oh, I'll see you guys later. Don't remember where you started. All right.
We'll remember. Don't worry, Dover.
Remember where you came from. and you guys board this like really nice sky coach. It's not bigger than Dover's, but like the seats are like velvet padded, and like the interior is like hard wood and like fine glass, and like it's like really expensive in here. Like you're and like everything is incredible. Like you might hazard that like your club probably costs as much as the sky coach. Like it's this is like the Corvette of sky coaches. Like it's nice. Maybe the Ferrari. I'll say that. This is like the Bugatti Ferrari of sky coaches. You know, like
Why'd you go away from the American one, Ryan?
it's cheaper.
European supercars are objectively better.
I'm not gonna say yay or nay, but we'll keep moving forward.
I can tell that hurt you. I'm sorry.
The difference is that Corvettes roll off a manufacturing line. Every Bugatti that's ever been made has been hand built. One off hand built.
Go stop this right now.
You're right.
You're right.
Ain't it in the rules about bullying or something?
Okay, let's enough. Let's get to this. Let's get to where you're going. All right. On your sky coach, you ascend. Your sky coach turns straight up into the air and begins ascending for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, till it leaves the highest tower of Tavvik's Landing and even Central behind, and begins to move up to this thick, dense amount of cloud and pierces past. And about the 15-minute mark is where you're going to arrive at Skyway. Just hold for the setup here. Work. Oh, come on, work. There we go.
While we wait, dudes, look at this fucking chicken sandwich.
Oh God, that looks good.
Dude.
That's more
So
chicken than it is sandwich.
The zoom is blurring it.
Oh yeah, sorry. So this is my get ready with me. Fuck, dude.
I want to reach through the screen and take a bite out of it.
It's from a place called Hangry Joe's.
Hangry Joe's.
Yep, it's like Dave's Hot Chicken, but it's like his cousin or something. I don't know.
You will not be hangry after you eat at Hangry Joe's.
Yeah.
Oh
my god. Oh my god, we got one here in Baltimore.
He looked it up.
Okay.
Anyway.
And centered.
This fucking chicken. And scene. Okay, so the Cassalanter villa's stark white walls and gleaming crimson roof and turrets stand out even amongst the most opulent of estates here in Skyway. A 3-story mansion lies in the midst of a picturesque green garden dappled with hedges and water features. The estate is surrounded by a tall white brick wall with a single wrought iron gate as an entrance. The Cassalanter family crest, a green Y overlapping a stylized goose being fed, is emblazoned on the door, and armed guards stand at attention on either side. This is an extravagant villa, lavish and grand. This is wealth, the likes of which none of you have ever seen before. Perhaps have never seen before.
Man, this is the kind of place we dreamed about back in Lord.
No, you didn't.
Trust me, people dreamed about having a place like this.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did. I'm from Lord. Trust me, I know.
I know where you're from.
I know where I'm from.
Your dreams don't get this big.
Oh, you have nothing about my dreams, big guy.
Maybe the druids area is a little bit more your speed. You know, I could definitely see you thinking of that.
Yeah, big ass house on the Skyway. Pretty close.
I feel that.
Now, Selena, I should say, of course, you know, mom's court's better, of course. And yeah. Let's see here. As you all exit the Sky Coach, and the ballet exits, and it's left there. Well, the Sky Coach actually kind of descends and kind of almost like a car kind of rolls up to the gate, and then the guards sort of open the gate, and it goes through as it does, and then you are sort of let off nicely. As you do so, you are welcomed onto this like massive, gorgeous lawn. The image of this place doesn't fully describe. Like think like massive old money English estate with like the crazy amount of unnecessary acres, right? What's his name from Pride and Prejudice?
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy's estate. Like fucking.
I love how I know the most random facts.
Yeah, you're pretty sharp. All right, so as you guys are, the valet says, right this way. And as he begins to lead you through the beautiful gardens and the winding estate, you approach the door. But the door suddenly, to your surprise, flies open. And you're going to see these two children come just running out. And they seem to be playing with little toy knights. They're two little girls. One has long blonde hair that is tied into two pigtails over her shoulders, and she wears like a yellow day dress with a little collar. And the other one wears the other one's it's a little boy and a little girl. So the little girl has the long blonde hair with the yellow day dress, and the little boy has sort of the wide, flouncy, very Syrian looking. Both of them very Syrian looking. Now worth mentioning. And short blonde hair, and the two of them are like a little crazily playing with their knights, and they're going, I got you, yeah, and they're like playing. You hear Tally like you hear like a Syrian accent. You hear a Syrian accent off of these kids, which is very unusual. And then you are going to see a lovely woman exit. She is wearing this wide Syrian-styled, very wide flowing, just like honeybee yellow dress with sort of black embellishments. She's sort of a low cut to her bust. It's not nearly as dipping as the captain's. Much more elegant. A neck laced with jewels and brooches. Beautiful brown hair backwards. And she is going to say, Terenzio, Alizarina, you must not. Oh goodness. And she kind of dusts off her dress a little bit. And she says, she looks at the valet, who says, "May I present the platinum watch as requested, and may I introduce Lady Amalia Calsalanter." And Lady Cassalanter sort of steps forth. Who's at the head of this little menagerie? Lord Fjarlin, is that you I see up front?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll put out a hand, say, "Welcome to my estates."
It is a pleasure, Lady Cassalanter.
And she will nod and say, "We will have to make introductions, but it just would not be it would not be entirely fitting without my husband. Children, please, away with you, shoo, I have guests." And they go, "Okay, mummy," and they kind of go storming through the house, sort of around her dress, and she kind of, a little bit of a flurry. And she says, "Please, come right this way. Lord Cassalanter is waiting for us." And she will walk uh, elegantly back straight through the home. She's clearly a woman of grace. And she is going to lead you all through the house. The children are long gone. They have stormed off to some portion of the house as they go. And she is going to take you through. Let's see here. Where are you guys headed? So I'm not going to just carry all your minis through the whole place, but I'll show you where we're going. So you guys would have came through the main door, doing a little... It's a big estate. Sorry, I'm doing a little interpreting here. Okay. Where are we? We're not at the guest house. This is the main house. So we are going to see for you guys. Door. Okay, I'm set. She takes you in, and she will lead you through the main foyer. She takes you into this grand private library. This is a beautiful, beautiful home. There is this large entrance hall that you are shown through. It is a magnificent, hard-scored sitting hall. Crimson carpet rugs, and lit by a crystal chandelier that reflects off more than 36 holy symbols of the sovereign host in various images and cultures. It's beautiful, and perched on the wall shelves are small statues of religious figures dedicated to the sovereign host, along with a silver chalice with a golden sun etched onto its outside. She then takes you left and leads you into this magnificent library that smells of old parchment that hangs thickly in the air. The walls are lined with tall shelves packed with colorful leather-bound books, each bookshelf outfitted with a ladder on a rolling track to enable people to reach the high books. Shelves take up the entire southwest wall, hold not books, but 80 wide-necked glass bottles filled with swirling mist and sealed corks. And hanging on the north wall are 2 bookshelves that are 7-foot-tall portraits of Lord and Lady Cassalanter holding 2 infant children standing beside their teenage son. And then she takes you through the final door at the back, where she leads you into what you presume to be the reading room. It is a little smaller than the library itself. It is a little nook that looks out onto the garden. Light pours from the tall windows that look out over butterfly gardens. Beautiful flowers, that little butterflies seem to mingle, and you see the children kind of go running through with their little knights playing with them. The furnishings include a luxurious armchair and a small side table with a glass of wine that sits atop this little side table. The door to the northern wall is butterfly shaped and with a stain. It's butterfly shaped. And you see sitting in the chair would be who you presume to be the master of the house, the lord of the house. You see this man with he has again, dressed in very Siren styles. He has this long, flowing, I don't even know what to call it. It's an outfit. It almost looks half onto a dress, but then kind of curls in to very much show that there are pants connecting with the bottom of his boots. It's impressive that he's even able to sit in this thing, but there is a Siren elegance to it as it sort of flows. There is a white mantle that comes over his shoulder and a high neck collar that comes right up above his jawline. He has a mustache and a long sort of beard that kind of points as such, and a fine parted brown hair. And he's sitting reading a book at the window. He looks out the window and smiles as he sees his daughter and son sort of run through, and looks to the door as you enter. And he stands up from his seat and puts the book down. And his wife will say, "Allow me to introduce, husband, the Platinum Watch. And Platinum Watch, allow me to introduce you to my husband, Lord Viotelli and Cassalanter." And the Lord will bow his head and say, "Platinum Watch, welcome. We have heard of your endeavors in the city." And his wife will kind of go to him, and they will, kind of hold each other there as they'll stand there together. She'll sit in the chair, and he'll kind of put his hands there. They're very close, very, very affectionate immediately.
Ryan, have I ever seen wealth like this before?
No. You have no parents, man. You never see shit like this. This is beyond your wildest dreams of wealth. This is cha-ching. Like, this is like nothing you've ever seen in your wildest dreams.
I feel like I could pick up dust from here, and I'd come out with like trade it for some cash.
Yeah, you're pretty sure the broom is more expensive than your whole outfit. That's somewhere in this house.
Can I make a deception check to show I'm not impressed?
You can try, but I imagine it's a pretty high check.
18.
18. I'll give it to you. You're maybe playing it up a tiny bit for those of you who've come to know you over the journeys. You're kind of like whatever. But I think, especially at the beginning when you opened into the entrance hall with like the crystal chandelier and the red velvet rug, I think there was a moment there where you forgot yourself and just kind of like, holy shit, and then you're like, whatever, and then you kind of hold yourself together. So the Lord of the house hasn't seen you. The lady of the house probably has. Your party certainly has.
The party has. Okay, then. Thank you for inviting us, Lord and Lady Cassalanter.
Did everybody else see how Ryan looked like he?
I know. Sorry, my computer's making a weird sound.
Sorry, my trapdoor activated.
Yeah, I got blown through the. Wow, my computer's making really concerning sounds. But that's okay. We're gonna put my earphone over my ear and just ignore the problem. That's how we're gonna do tonight.
Yes, that's a problem for future Ryan.
That's right. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? He says, okay, he takes you another he looks out over the butterfly garden and sees his children and looks back and says, please introduce yourselves. We know a little of you, but not personally.
Well, I'll begin. My name is Viotelli at your service. And he will gesture to Princess Selena.
Hi there. I first of all must say your home is beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I am Princess Selena Dewdrop of the Summon Court. The proper title is Red Hand Marshal Warden Templar Princess. But you can just call me Princess Selena.
Princess Selena, it's an honor to have royalty in our home. He'll look on to, say, Tally.
assure you.
You wouldn't be here if that were true. What is your name?
Valenta Jones.
Pleasure. He will look to Nero.
You can call me Nero.
Nero, pleasure. And he'll look to the Warforged.
Red Hand Darwin, at your service.
Red Hand Darwin, most auspicious name. Welcome, welcome. And he will say, so, I presume you're wondering what it is that we brought you here. Well, I admit it's a rather personal matter, but one of immense importance to our family. You see the Lady Cassalanter sort of puts her hand on his hand that is on her shoulder, and she will speak, and will say, me and my husband, we have something of a plight that needs experienced individuals to help handle. You see, our children are in terrible danger, and we need people to help us. People like yourselves, perhaps connected with all of these troubles in the city. You see, when my beautiful children were born, when Lorenzo and Azalina, I know how to say my child's name, Alzarina was born, they were born under the curse of the shadow, you see. They were cursed at birth by cultists of the Dark Six. They said that our children would lose their souls on their 9th birthdays, which are coming up. If anyone would wish to make a religion check to understand what they're talking about, go right ahead.
Yeah, religion? Okay.
Yep, religion.
3.
Cultist nonsense.
16 from Talenta.
You know. If nobody else is rolling...
Oh, I rolled. I got a nat 1, so it's cultist nonsense.
It's cultist nonsense, understood. The Shadow is a god of the Dark Six, which is the evil counterpart to the Sovereign Host. If the Sovereign Host is civilization and light and goodness and all things people should aspire to, the Dark Six is the savage, evil, brutal nature of the world. And it has 6 terrible gods, one of which is the Shadow, who is the dark side of knowledge and ambition. It is said to be the shadow of Orion, which is the god of justice and lore. He gives malignant life when Orion mastered magic, and the Shadow is the marker of monsters and keepers of forbidden secrets, and offers malevolent spells to dark spellcasters. Is a grim side of knowledge, a dark side of knowledge.
Tally will go into his his cutscene where it's like drawn out. I don't know. In the movies, I don't know.
It's like he's
I
explaining
gotcha.
the Ark of the Covenant or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
The ray going down, like his exposition.
Yeah.
They roll out a chalkboard for you to explain it with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like come into the library. There's the Sovereign Host, and then there's the Dark Six, and there's the Shadows, the dark side of a rune.
So anyway, the Ark of the Covenant is here.
Right. Anyway, while he's doing that,
That belongs to the carpenter.
But the lady and the Lord and the Lady look upset by this. And the Lady Cassalanter says, "But we have We have discovered a ritual that can save them. But you see, it requires a sacrifice. It requires a sacrifice of 1 piece shy of 1,000,000 gold coins. And though we are exceptionally wealthy, it is a magnificent sum that is required. It is, even if we leveraged everything we owned, it is a monstrous sum to attempt to raise. But you see, if we could get our hands on Lentar's ill-gotten gains, we could save our children. Would you be willing to help us? Please.
I'm
She turns her gaze. That being all the strength she has to communicate, she sort of turns her gaze wistfully to the butterfly window where her children kind of dance through the butterfly garden, and the Lord regards you.
If I'm sorry, I'm just some kid from Dura. I don't know much about the Dark Six, but why would they want to target your kids?
The Lord says, well, we are wealthy. We are well-known people in society. My father was a counselor in Sharn, and there's any number of reasons for depraved, dark fools of the lower city to target people of the sky. We are... Who could say? Who could truly say? Power, money, wealth, blackmail, sabotage. We faced it all over our many years and faced many hardships, but this is one that we require aid for. Aid from capable individuals, you see.
If I could be so bold as to ask, how you said your father was a counselor in Sharn?
Yes. He was the former patriarch of the house Cassalanter, but he died, you see. He was indeed a counselor before his death.
Okay.
He drove my house into ruin, I'll admit, but we have recently managed to recoup some of our previous wealth and return some of our businesses back to proper functionality. But you must understand that while we maintain our place in the Skyway and our homes and estates, we are far from as wealthy as my ancestors used to be.
When was the last generation that lived in Syria?
Well, it is, he puts his hand sort of tenderly grips his wife's shoulder and says, well, my family is Brailish, but, well, it was rather unusual, you see, with the last war and all, but I couldn't help but fall in love with my darling Amalia. She and her family were Syrian nobility, and the war obviously drove a stake between us. It was rather improper, but, well, I wouldn't hear anything of it. So we married about 15 years ago, and we have managed to bring my house back from the brink together. And she smiles at him.
What did your dad do that brought us to the brink?
If I'm being quite honest, it's we're getting rather personal and away from the point of topic, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. Your man, your servant, I suppose. He he came to us and said you two might have a lead on that fireball that went off in Tavvik's landing the other day. How do you think this is connected to the platinum that went missing from the city?
Well, Mordolantar was, he was counselor here, and all of these gang wars began rather recently. We have reason to believe that the gang war is connected to the embezzled platinum. And while we're not yet ready to fully divulge our sources, you understand that this is a rather new relationship forming. We would like to work together, perhaps share information, build upon trust, and share resources and information, and in the end, we might both come out on top. We would not need all of the gold, it is 500,000 in platinum dragons. If you were to deliver to us the location of this treasure, we would be more than happy to offer you 10% of the sum. And of course, connections with the family, which could be beneficial in itself. We're also willing to donate that 10% to the city if that would be more towards your preferences.
I look to the others like, others, what do we think?
How did you find this ritual?
With long, and the lady says, about 9 years of research, and countless amounts of gold in researchers and people who work in the most strange ways in the occult, and priests, and all manner of people who are discreet and hopefully able to help us. And we finally came upon a solution.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan, up to this point, can I do an insight check into everything they've said up to this point?
Sure.
Okay.
Also, above table, did I hear that we only get 10% of the fucking?
They'd be willing to offer you 10% in exchange for, you get the money for them, and then they give you 10%.
That's still a lot. That's like 50,000 gold, at least. By the way, Ryan, 16.
16. You can tell the Lord Cassalanter is a strong man, and the lady is as well. And the two of them are, trying to maintain their noble exterior, but you see, they love each other, but more importantly, they adore their children, and they're very scared for their children's lives. You expect that this is not a false concern that they have for their children.
Telling the truth about the kids. Okay, internally I'm thinking, okay, they're telling the truth absolutely about the kids. Well, do you have any before we finally agree, are there any leads that might help us?
We may. We may indeed. But again, we would wish to build trust before divulging what we know and what we possess that may aid, which is hopefully why we think our deal may be somewhat, we're not asking you to simply go and risk life and limb without any support from us, and simply deliver to us a grand sum without any aid for your own 10% commission. We do have, as you can imagine, significant resources and coinage that can help make things easier, put things to our advantage in the finding of this embezzled map. So we would ask this. Over the next little while, we would ask that you divulge to us information regarding your investigation. And if you are forthright, and if you open with us about your discoveries, then we will be more than happy to open up and perhaps be able to aid you in your discovery of this embezzled plan. Does this seem amenable to you all?
Sounds decent by me. What do you guys think?
I have a concern. And the concern is that let's use the word embezzled for lack of a better term. The embezzled funds were taken from the public coffer, meaning that they belong to the citizens of Sharn and indirectly to the Brellish crown. If we were to find it and turn it over to you, that would put us in the same legal position that the ex-counselor has placed himself. That is a non-starter.
The Lord says, these are very fair concerns that you possess, Lord Fjallan. I understand that this is a legal gray area, with most certainty. But I can assure you of two things. We have the resources to ensure discretion is maintained, and that the ritual that will be performed to save our children, it will consume gold. There would be no remaining evidence of what was embezzled from the city. Your 10% could have come from anywhere. It could have come from us, for example. And ours will be consumed and gone away with. And besides, Sharn does not know where this treasure is gone. I imagine it wouldn't be too hard to hide it. And the lady sort of stands up with her kind of hands out almost pleadingly, and she says, Lord Fjallan, you make excellent points, and your honors notwithstanding, but you must understand, we have children, and our children's souls are on the lines, and perhaps one day you will have children and you'll understand that a mother and a father do anything for their children.
I understand wholeheartedly. And Viotelli will stand and he will look at Tally. He will look at the rest of the watch and say, I trust my companions to make the decision that seems the best. As a member of the Kingsguard, I feel the need to perhaps take a constitutional, if I might stroll the gardens outside.
By all means, please, Lord Fjallan, if you wish.
And as he
and
walks out past Tally, just one phrase, plausible deniability, and he walks out the door.
The lady turns to look at the rest of you, and she says, "You all, you will keep good company. Please, I, I, I know what not else to do, but make this plea for our children's souls. We will do all I can to aid you, on top of the 10% fortune once it's found. And of course, we would be indebted to you for all time. You would always be welcome within our home. You would be welcome within our circles. I would give anything for my children. We have coin not to give, or else we could dedicate it to our children's welfare. Please, my husband, he's a proud man and should be, but I am not so proud as not to beg for my children's souls. At least consider.
Yeah. I think considering's the least we can do, guys.
Tally will look at Nero when he says that. And he'll look over to the begging lady of the house and the Lord. With a look of disgust on his face. Forgive me, but I also believe that the other 3 party members should make this decision and not me. He'll turn and walk out.
Damn.
She's, you see, like, the lady's eyes kind of, she's blinking a lot, and you can tell, like, there's a heat behind her eyes. And she sort of looks to the rest of you.
Look, Darwin, Selena.
Well, I for one want to be the hero and save these poor little children. And I've never had much use for the coin anyway, so that's how I feel about that. But Tally and Viotelli do seem to have different opinions.
I'm wondering, we seem to be doing pretty good on our own, but the resources would definitely help. But doing it on our own, we get more than just 10%.
What about the dying children?
How many more children could we save with all that money?
The Lord says, I,
He,
sir,
he's I want to apologize for my friend. He's a bit blunt with his thinking. He means well.
you see the Lord, he bites his tongue over it, but you can tell the offense.
Like he meant no offense. I promise. We're gonna let's. Can I talk to my friends off to the side, if I may?
Yes, of course, by all means.
Like I take him just out of sight. Selena and Darwin just out of sight. Like I gotta look at Darwin like, you don't say that in front of their faces. Good lord.
I apologize. I apologize. That was crass of me.
Yeah, just apologize before we leave. But do you wanna? I wouldn't say no. I'm interested. It's piqued my interest, definitely. Let's try to. I mean, look, guys.
I want to say that they indicated that they want trust or want some sort of something that they can trust before they divulge anything. I feel that even accepting this and its um,
Well,
underhanded nature is a bit. The fact that like we'd be caught as Viotelli
well,
um, indicated.
well, well. Let's say. Well, how about we just save to them for now? We'll definitely think think of them and their children, and if we find anything, we'll get back to them. How about we just say that for now?
Some
I
prayers
think
aren't going to save their lives.
What was that, Selena?
Thoughts and prayers aren't going to save the children's lives.
Exactly, and that's. I mean, we gotta find the gold first too. I mean, if like, let's
I
try to
think
say.
I think we could take it. We should get a little bit more concession, maybe some see what they can tell us now. Try to convince them to
Yeah,
tell us something now,
yeah,
and then
and well,
perhaps we hold back the what we found out on the ship last night.
okay, let's just keep that quiet for now. We'll say we'll just say we'll start looking and we'll get back. We'll get back to them soon, much as we can.
Hmm?
Okay. Well, and I take it. And before we go back, say, Darn, remember to apologize to the Lord of the House about that. Just say it was a slip of the tongue. And I go back and say, well, Lord and Lady Cassalanter, well, we're willing to help, definitely.
They look like relieved and smile at one another and kind of like uh there's a moment of like, oh, thank gods. And the Lord says, thank truly from the bottom of my heart, my wife's heart, the Cassalanters owe you great thanks. I want to do whatever I can to be of assistance. If you wish, I have we do have field agents throughout the city. You, of course, are certainly the most exceptional of any we have ever hired. If you wish, we could send uh, a group of individuals in your direction who may be of some assistance.
Um, we'll, how about you tell them where we could find them, and we'll update them and inform them when we can.
Very well. You have a business under your supervision, yes?
Your butler found us there.
Yes, indeed. Perhaps I shall send them there. Simply seek out um, a woman named Sephia. She is loyal to our house and to our religion. She would be an exceptionally helpful asset. She has a team that she works with often and was quite handy in the acquiring of the ritual that we attempt now. So, please, if you wish to require her assistance, either in battle or gathering intelligence, simply seek her out. I'll ensure that she's made available at your club.
Okay, thank you. Well, we could send. If so, wait. Look for her at the club. Wait, Ryan. Look for her at the club, or
She's going to be waiting for you at the club to tell her what to do.
okay, thank.
Are,
Well,
are they are they putting them up in our inn and paying us to keep them there?
Well, yes, they have to sleep somewhere, don't they?
okay,
Yeah, cool.
okay. Well, I shake both their hands.
Yeah, he firmly, like Miro, like you don't have any respect. Like you're like maybe in the lower echelons, or whatever, but you've never had like a lord shake your hand before, and he shakes it firmly and looks you in the eye with respect. And he goes,
um,
Thank you, thank you."
I reach out and also shake hands and like, I'm sorry I slipped on my tongue earlier.
I guess it is all right. It's all right. Apology accepted. He shakes your hand, and then he will turn to the princess, and he will kindly sort of take your hand and kind of do one of those. Where he doesn't kiss it. He is married, but he sort of bows his head at your hand, holds it very ladylike. He says, "And to you, princess, thank you so very much." And the lady, she hugs each of you. She just gives you a hug. She hugs you, Nero. Again, like
I've never been given this much respect by people higher up than me. Like, well, thank you. Wow. Oh, wow.
No, like this noble, beautiful, clean, nice smelling, wealthy lady is like touching you, and you're like a dirty lower Dura person, and so it's like what the fuck. She does the same for you, Darwin. She does the same for you, Princess. And she says, "Thank you so very much. Well, why don't I take you to go? Or I must speak with my husband. Willifort." And she will look past to the valet. She'll say, will you take the platinum watch and unite them with the wandering friends out in the gardens? Says, of course, Lady Cassalanter. Right this way. And to the Cassalanters, sort of thank yous as you leave once more. The valet will sort of close the door and begin to lead you out into the gardens. At which point, we will end the session.
Okay.
As we are a little over time, and next session you guys can unite in the gardens